Knicks, man. Who's gotta make it hard?
I can't.
Then you going nut?
Oh, that's what he did. He did 20.
Ain't got no choice though. That's the only way they're gonna win. They built for him to go nut.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I was gonna say. Like he
Like
gotta. He gotta.
that's all they got at this point. Like, we riding it. Like honestly, I'd rather him go nut. You know what I mean? Like it used to irk me when like Bron would have to go nut, but he still like waiting for niggas to make the shot. Like nigga, you the one, go. I guess. I feel better living and dying with the hot hand, yo.
Yeah. Yo, stars are stars and role players are role players. You need your star to do what its star does, and then everybody else to fill in the gaps. That's all. And that's probably the recipe for you to win, to be the most successful.
Like, yo, it'd be a game winner, Bron jumping and throwing out to some bum nigga. I'd be like, why? Why? That's my nigga, you know what I mean? So he used to kill me. I used to go to sleep, yo.
All right. Okay, we on now.
All right.
Yeah.
We ready. Mm.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey, the podcast that discusses love, relationships, sex, and dating from a male's perspective. I'm your guy, Ron Coe, and I'm joined by my guys, White Star GB.
We're shaking.
And we also have super producer Corey Cool in the building, Cool University.
Yo.
Big shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. Tonight, we have a great show for you guys tonight. Tonight, we are drinking Michter's Single Barrel Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. And tonight's topic is going to be how to succeed in modern dating.
Yeah, like your uncles will give you some advice.
Absolutely.
We watching from the treetops. We out the way, but we watching.
Yes. White Star GB.
Shaking, my boy.
How was your week, man? How was
My
your week?
week was great, good. Until today. About noon, we get that. I think everybody collectively got that video of Diddy assaulting Cassie in that hotel room, and it made me feel icky. It made me feel icky because not that I didn't believe her, I kind of downplayed it, and I kind of was like, it was a money grab. It didn't make me feel good about myself and the way I
that was going to be my question.
Seemingly protect Black women or women in general.
Mm.
Yeah. Right.
He's
Like,
right away from the mic right now.
I'm still not to the point where it's like believe all women. I'm still not there. I believe. No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not just gonna just cold hard. Just like, let's see what happened. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's going on. But this was spooky. This is spooky. Watching it.
All right. I had one of the first questions that I had, not to, minimize anything that happened.
No, but first of all, did you watch it? Because I know you don't really watch stuff.
I wasn't going to watch it,
Yeah.
And then
like
I think it was Donkey D put it in the group chat.
Okay.
And that made me watch it.
Okay.
Then I watched another YouTuber react to it.
Yeah.
And he was showing the video.
Yeah.
So I saw it.
You saw the raw and uncut.
Yeah. So
cool. You see it?
Yeah, I saw it, man. What's your question? My thoughts. Well, number one, you just can't do that. Simple and plain. You just can't do that. And someone who you think makes it as far in life and business and you know, success, to the highest levels, the highest of highest levels. You know, to be doing things like that is just like, ah, man, like you're not,
Well,
that's
they
just
say that most people that are that successful have these weird, I won't call it like a quirk or anything like that, but
right.
they have these things about them.
No, listen, and you know what? You're right to the highest extent, but just don't let it be that. Don't let it be where you're like, physically hurting. Okay. God forbid sometimes some things happen. Maybe you and the lady get in a tussle. All right. Whatever, however that goes, that's in the line of, love and war.
Mm-hmm.
When you kick a girl on the ground, it's like maniac vibes. You know what I'm saying? That's not.
Mm-hmm.
That's not.
You chase her out of your hotel
Yeah,
room.
it's
Don't
maniac
laugh. We gotta
vibes.
stop Don't laugh. Like
That's maniac vibes.
Nah, but yeah, go ahead, bro.
no. I was just, what made me laugh is because I just watched Scary Movie, the first one, and I'm thinking about the part where the white dude, when they were all in the group. I don't know if y'all saw the movie. They were all in the circle at the front of the school, and he's like, "Oh, I got a picture." And then the white boy started beating up the girl, and he body slammed her, and he elbow dropped her and all that. And that's what I wasn't laughing at, that situation. But it's that movie with that part was hilarious. But the first thing I thought was, okay, well, the Diddy and Cassie situation was already over with. It was already settled. Like in legally it was already settled. But the footage comes out now. And he still has a whole nother case to go on. And I'm not trying to defend him at all, because he's gonna get everything he deserves. But it did make me question, like, all right, are they trying to like muddy him up
Yes.
in the court of public opinion for
Yes.
this other stuff that's going on?
Yes.
But how could you muddy someone who lives in the mud? It's your mud.
Let's
giving
not
you back your mud. We're just giving you back your mud. Get your mud back.
No, don't do that, because don't
What are you
act
talking
like
about? What
don't
are
act
you
like
doing?
like 6 months ago he wasn't everybody's idol. You understand what I'm saying?
He kind of really wasn't. Like, Diddy was on a decline. He
Yeah,
was
he's been
already.
on
He
the decline.
dropped a nice R&B album, but when you say idol, it's like we off that. Like, no one's really on like worshiping.
He's still
nobody.
well,
like who's somebody's idol today?
We idolize as black people. We idolize anybody that's a billionaire that's black.
We really don't.
I mean, you know what? More so, I think
Who doesn't?
I think it's like this. I think it's more so like kind of what GB said, where it's like we have these thoughts of our musicians or whatever, where not that you don't believe the women, but you're kind of like, you're on the fence. You don't really know. I believe this was put out at a strategic time enough for now when the indictments come, the jury is not going to look at it with speculation anymore.
Yeah, yes.
Their
And bigger
mind
than
is going to
that,
almost
the
be
court of public
made
opinion too.
right, which was already
Yeah. Yeah.
tipping over as far as we can remember. But now this puts that real picture in your mind to where now whatever we say he could have done, but like I said, you just can't be
They wrote their own check.
Can't be doing that, man.
Yo, the
doing
guy Little Rod, people were actually questioning the validity of his story at this point. Now it's like,
Go on, break that man off. Go on and break him off.
You got to settle that case, because you just got to start settling everything. Keep your ass out of court. If you keep yourself out of criminal court and just get rid of this with money, I would advise you to do that. And it looks very, very bad because his son came out and said something. All these dudes need to do is just shut up. Just be quiet. Yes. But when you start bringing attention to yourself, and I know they probably have some of the best publicists there is on the planet.
He literally just taunted the FBI on the last song, like on that little diss song that the boy dropped. He was taunting the FBI. And it's like, All right. Wop, 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 wop. We got you, nigga.
My wife asked me, she said, could you ever see yourself hitting me like that? I said to her, like, yo, I'm the type of person that if a couple times we have some, certain type of interactions, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Friends, girlfriends, all
Listen,
that. Like,
I think the
wives,
worst,
I'm gone.
the worst case scenario I see is an on-site scuffle, meaning something happened and you swung on me, and I'm like restraining, and we got a
Mhm.
little wrestling match going within the restraint.
Mm-hmm.
Not the kick on the ground.
The kick
and all
on,
that,
no,
then
not
the
even just
dragging her
one.
back,
It wasn't
and
even
then-
just one.
Then he Fred Flintstone her up the freaking hallway. I was like,
Jeez,
yo,
it's
my
like,
dude.
yeah,
like,
there's
what are
no-
we doing here?
There's no
Yo, that man
recovery.
ties
for
an
that.
impeccable knot in that in that towel though, boy. That the towel didn't come on. I can never get a good knot on the towel. Like,
Yeah, his shit did not come off.
Can I ask you guys? Wait, can I ask you this? And anybody that's watching in the chat or anything like that, but did you see how there was like little, like the picture kind of messed up when he grabbed and yanked it down, and
Yeah.
when he kicked her,
Yeah.
I'm here for this.
huh?
I'm here for this.
What you
Alright,
mean?
what do you think?
Anywhere you want to go. Come
I'm
on.
just
thinking?
did
Come
anybody
on.
notice that though?
Yes, I did.
No.
You didn't notice
And it's
that.
No.
and it's cut. You see, like why
It-
stop? Why does the video stop when he drags her right to that specific spot right there? Why does it stop?
I just felt like
Every
that's all
cut-
that they were able to salvage.
I'm-
That's,
I'm
that's
ju-
what I thought.
Yes.
I'm not trying to defend her. I'm just going by like I want
Here.
to I want to believe her. I want to believe everything, right? Because if even if he did one of those things, if he, you know what I mean, it's just bad, right?
Okay,
So I
alright.
want him to.
Okay.
I hate to say it, but I'm
Come
like,
on,
yo,
man,
he deserves
dance
he
around it.
deserves
Come
everything
on,
that he
get
can
somewhere
get.
you get into. What are you saying?
But the video looked like it was a little bit like I don't know.
No, you know.
Specifically,
know.
specifically when he grabbed her,
All right.
it like had the little what do you call it?
So what are you saying? Like,
Like the-
AI? Are you saying that
I'm not saying- I don't know if
so what
AI
we saw was fabricated?
the kick,
What are you
the
saying?
first kick and the pull down, the first kick and the pull down. It had a little like fuzziness in the picture. I don't
What
know.
does that mean?
I have no idea. I just thought it was very
Well,
weird.
Just an
it
observation.
was-
Yes, very.
It
an
was
observation.
It did come out today that 50 paid. I mean that.
Whoa. Hold on now. Don't get
that
us shut
Diddy
down.
paid $50,000 to retrieve
Seems light.
that
Seems light.
video from the hotel.
Okay.
50 grand
And
seems
then
light.
they got somehow TMZ got it today. So
TMZ
the-
or CNN
CNN, I guess.
CNN played it.
played it.
CNN.
I thought I
think
saw a
was-
TMZ tag on it, but
Did you?
I could just be so used to seeing TMZ.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
but
some-
I
We'll
think
see. We'll
CNN,
digress. We'll see.
CNN
I think it was CNN.
was the I think they
Oh,
they,
was it?
they were the ones that ran it.
Man, welcome to the game, CNN. But I guess CNN acquired it somehow. That video. So all I'm saying is with the quality of the video, A, it's surveillance video. B, is from a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then C, it's kind of been passed around. And supposedly it was supposed to be, it should have
does
never
that
even
happen,
existed,
yo?
right?
If I
Like,
bribe
who
you
had
for
the
the tape,
backup?
why do y'all have another tape?
Well, they're saying that, you
Like I
know,
said,
it's,
I
not-
think
it's a
the-
coincidence with the raid. And maybe
I think it's the
he
goal
had it,
of they knew
and they got
nobody
that in
would
the raid.
believe it. They knew that
Mm.
they knew that they had to get rid of the conspiracy side of it
Mm.
by showing this at this particular moment, because I'm telling you, it's a lot of paperwork that's going to come down the stretch at this.
But who do you think benefits from it? Like United States of America,
the United States
the
government, I
law
would say.
enforcement, all
Yeah,
that,
law enforcement,
or
I would
Little
say.
Rod?
No, not Little Rod, because it's way past him.
I think he benefits from it though.
Well,
he
maybe, but
definitely,
remember,
but he
he's
won
not
the
the
lottery.
no offense, but he's not the most important victim here.
No, he's not.
You know what I mean? He's on the train, but he's not the most important victim here. And
But
look,
he-
if you
but
realize
let's-
he dropped a couple names off of that particular suit that he had, like a couple of I don't want to misquote, but if you look at the developments that happened after this, I think a few people,
What's the name came off.
a couple
Matter of fact,
of the
yesterday.
deposition, is it called? I don't even. I don't
Some of
remember
the
doing anything, but
executives, right?
Yeah, actually,
Exactly.
yesterday.
Some of the
That's
people-
weird timing though.
That's what
I
I'm trying to
did
tell you. He's not the
See
most
that
important guy here.
yesterday, that homeboy. And I remember that's the first time I've ever seen his face.
I never knew who he was. Never heard of him.
Yeah, I saw his face for the first time. What's his name? Lucian Grange.
Oh no, well, no. Lucian Grange is the big dog, but he's not even on his side of the fence. He was on Clive Davis's side of the fence, and he a lot. Hey, you guys got me talking too much. Listen. How do you feel, Ron? How about take it back to Ron?
Is he face? He is facing what criminal? He's facing
Sex
trafficking and some SA.
sexual abuse. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Sexual misconduct.
He gotta.
Any of those things, I mean, he get jail time.
Trafficking.
Yeah.
the
That's
world where
those
did
are
he go
those
to
are the
jail?
things that's jail time.
Yeah, that's the jail
I'm
time.
not talking about civil. I'm talking
Right.
about criminal.
So there's a world where next year Diddy's looking at getting sentenced.
Well, also,
He
if
gonna
Cassie's
run.
on video getting roughed up, can she still press charges?
I think that's done with.
Well, she took the bread.
She took the bread. First of all, like that video wasn't even supposed to come out, and I guess it didn't come out from her because she's not able to even speak about it because she wouldn't even give a comment on
Right.
the video.
But remember, anything federal or whatever that trumps the NDAs of the lawsuit.
Mhm.
So,
I think she can speak to law enforcement.
Now
She
she-
can't speak
but see, now-
publicly,
but-
though, right?
well, if she's put on the stand and stuff like that in a jury or grand jury, yeah.
Yeah.
she has to.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now think about it. Now this tapes come out. She almost has to speak.
Yeah.
She has to say something to somebody about what that was.
But does that
She's
tape?
actually speaking for the people who can't speak because like
If I'm-
remember there were
Yeah,
some
she might-
people
she might
If
be
I'm
the
Diddy's
voice.
lawyer, though, if I'm Diddy's
around-
lawyer, I'm
Right.
gonna ask like, all right, what does this have to do with the current situation, right? All right, it might create a pattern, but like, yo, this is a situation. It could be I could say this is an independent situation.
Right.
There was a lovers quarrel. They had a dispute, and that was it. He doesn't do this on a regular basis.
That would be his goal.
Yeah. So
Fam, she was in a disguise sneaking out of the hotel room and got caught in the
He had on
elevator
pink
by
socks,
a
bro. He had-
frantic man
He had a pink socks
running
on.
out like he came out the shower like
Socks were like striped and pink. And
like
Yeah.
she was clearly trying to flee
yeah, for sure.
captivity. Like it looked crazy. Like that
Yo.
that video
nasty
is
work. Come on, GB. Nasty work.
is that
All right.
is that Diddy's legacy?
Yeah.
Like
Hell yeah.
Nah.
this is bigger than Shiny Shoots?
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
More people care. More.
his legacy though.
His legacy, yeah.
Well,
his legacy.
It's not going to be his legacy.
Because
willing-
everything else was
Listen,
like
I'm willing to say that anybody born after the year of 1998 could really give a shit about his legacy. Only we care about it.
Yeah.
do you
Yeah,
remember
that's
how
only our
nice
age
OJ
group cares
was?
about.
All right. So
Like
But now, not even
Some
that
cats-
much.
some cats you only remember, Post. Like, do you remember how nice OJ was? Like, we only
no,
remember
OJ
OJ
was
gun?
OJ's great years were before I was born.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
What
That's
I'm
his
trying to say
legacy.
is there's
So
a lot. The
people
people
who
who
weren't
make the-
around for that.
All right.
This
all
is
right.
all they're
the
gonna
people
know.
the people who are
Puff.
creating the culture moments right now, the young folks that are creating the culture moments right now,
Mhm.
were born after P. Diddy's real legacy like that.
All right. I think his musical legacy is one thing, but his business legacy is another.
They
'Cause
don't care about that
consi-
though.
he is a tastemaker as far as the culture is concerned. Like whether it be based on the platform of Ciroc and him being tied to music, maybe he wasn't like killing it musically, but culturally he was just everywhere.
Well,
in a
listen,
sense.
I'm not saying that his legacy is not going to put up a great fight, but what I'm
No, it's gonna take a beating now, but when it all comes down to it,
I don't know.
it's gonna, like, let's say 15 years later or 10 years later, if he just is quiet.
Well, he's gonna.
know,
I
he's
mean,
gonna
he
listen.
gotta
He's,
get behind R. Kelly.
he's gonna make a lot on default. He's gonna still be here by default. See, he's the tougher one to eliminate from your musical listenings. R. Kelly, hold on. R.
Mhm.
Kelly is easier to eliminate than Puff Daddy. Because
I
Puff
don't
Daddy
think
has
so.
his Yes, Puff Daddy has his production name on so much more.
Yeah, but we still listen to that. We're not worried about
But
that.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's going to be much harder to live. Now, listen, for instance, R. Kelly, correct?
Yeah.
If you get rid of everything his voice is on,
Yeah.
there's a lot of songs that people don't know R. Kelly wrote, produced, played on, arranged, right?
Yeah.
It's way less discreet than you take Diddy and you take away everything he has his voice on. There's still tons of distinguishable work that is left. Any Biggie song, he's even on an ad lib. He's in the cut. Like, if you listen to most Biggie singles, any one of Biggie's singles, his voice
he ain't
is
on there enough
ad-lib.
for me to stop listening to Big. So
this is what I'm saying. It's gonna be much harder to.
I think they can mute that nigga off. They could read.
All right, let's see. Ron come.
They haven't done it though. I was very surprised when the Cassie shit came out. I'm like, yo, they still playing his music like nothing happened.
Take that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So,
he's done going forward though. Like there's no more music. His music career, business career. He's gonna be in Bali with Russell Simmons, or he gonna run?
I don't.
Lord knows where he is right now. Where is he right now?
Yeah.
Nobody's seen him for days.
Yeah.
And last time you seen him, he was smiling. Right? See Stevie J taking up for him.
Yeah.
And
I actually unfollowed him today.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that was my little form of punishment for him. I don't know. It was weird. He just kept coming up in my feed lately, he just was like posting and stuff.
He was still active?
Yeah, like the last couple of days, he was still kind of active. He posted for Mother's Day. He posted like he's posting his kids and all that. And then it's just like today, like I don't know. After scrolling, then I just seen something that he posted maybe like 2 days ago. It was on my algorithm. I'm like, yo, matter of fact, man, I'm good on seeing this nigga, yo. Like, I'm all right, man.
Yo, the crazy shit
we
is
good,
that
man. I'm not here to convict you, but yeah, you're not gonna play in my face neither. Like, fuck out of here, nigga.
Dude
like if I knew somebody that did that personally, I would not speak to that person again.
No.
That's over. Like, yeah. Like, yeah, no.
Yeah. I think we spoke about that on a previous show. And I know a dude that the rumor was that he was putting hands on, and it was a discussion like, yo, how do you go about it? Do we speak to him, or we just cut him off? Do we, you know what I mean? But it's, I guess it's depending on your morals, your standards, your ethics, or whatever.
It's almost like you would have, like, if I could put myself in that scenario, if I was close with that, it's almost like you would have like an intervention for him. Yeah. You would have like multiple, like it would be like the homies all there, and we're all like, it's like 6 or 7 to 10 of us. We're all telling you this is not cool. You have to stop it. You have a problem. This is not normal. You shouldn't be doing this. This ain't fly. Stop doing this, or else. Stop. I mean, we don't want to get to the what else. Like, stop. You know what I mean? So that's the way I would personally handle it. I would handle it. It wouldn't be a side conversation. It wouldn't be like a passing conversation. I would take this seriously, and get the homies together. Like, if we're all talking about it, then we all know that it's happening, and it can't happen.
I agree.
It can't happen. It can't happen. Nah, man, come on. That's come on. That's what we learned. I mean, y'all are raising boys. What age do y'all teach that?
I think it's a show. It's a show me. It's the show me state.
I believe so, and honestly, I don't think that men should not have to tell other men don't beat up women.
Yeah, no, you have to learn that.
Nah, I don't. Yo, bro, I don't think
I have. It's the weaker sex. Like, they don't know. Like, kids don't know.
I think certain things are kind of innate, and you.
Well, coming from a girl dad, I assumed that men taught their kids this.
Nobody ever told me.
It's never been a conversation.
Don't beat up women.
Well, I mean,
nobody had to tell me that.
We've heard that.
Don't hit your sister. That's what I heard.
We've heard the gym and
don't hit your sister. I had an older sister. She was 3 years older than me.
I get it.
I couldn't hit her back. Like I literally just had to take whatever. Like I couldn't hit her back.
But
Don't hit your sister.
probably growing up, y'all probably had little tit tats or something like that.
But I couldn't hit her. Or I'll be in trouble if she blacked my eye and I hit her back. Like I'm in trouble.
Okay, so I guess that's the way to learn, right?
That's one way.
That's one way to learn.
That's one way.
My cousin, she was a girl that lived with us. She's a girl. She lived with me for a little while, and we would have little fights or whatever. But as I got older, like when we were young, huh?
She probably beat your ass.
Whatever. As we got older, like I knew not to, like as I got bigger and stronger and all that, you're not gonna put, like even my kids right now, my son will hit my daughter.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And
what happens when he does that?
Yeah, what happens? Yeah, well,
yeah, we tell him, it depends on what happened prior to. Like, cause she'll put hands on him, and she's way bigger than him. You know what I mean? And all right, of course, at this age, we know
balances though. We need that one.
We know that his hits is not hurting. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, as of yet, right?
As of yet, yeah. But let's say he shoots up and gets mad strong. Nah, like you bugging if he was to do something like that.
Because it's a two-way street. It'd be like, yo, he gonna get your ass one day, because we should be teaching both ways.
So I feel bad. I feel bad. Like, my daughter gets the right of way. You know what I mean? If you gotta do it to him, gotta do it to him. Let him have it.
Okay. All right.
But for him, he's getting shut down every time. Don't you fucking dare. Don't
Yeah.
You take this loss.
Yeah.
Take that slap, whatever you need.
Yeah.
That came from upper management.
You're gonna see.
I hope not.
You're gonna see how the girls are gonna antagonize.
It's just bad. It's all bad. It's training.
Well, it's a two-way street too, because you have to teach the girls not to antagonize.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, yo, listen, like
for sure.
You got your arm in a lion's mouth. Like, you better stop playing. Like,
so you, as a girl that who has one older than anybody, how did you relay that message? Did you relay that message? Like,
I relayed that message. I was like, yo, listen, it's never right for a boy to hit you. Let me know every time. It's never right for anybody to put their hands on you.
Mm-hmm.
On anybody, right?
Yeah, across the board. But with the boys, a lot more egregious. But don't press the issue. Like, don't get in no boy's face. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, you rock your weight class.
Mm.
Yeah.
Gems, ladies and gents.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
To all the folks in the smoking section, man, let us know what's going on in the comment section. What you guys think about Diddy and his situation? Will he make it another 6 to 9 months out, or will he be indicted or something like that?
Man.
Let us know what you guys think. We would love to hear your
halfway
thoughts.
Through the year,
yeah. All right.
Ron, how was your week, buddy?
Well, shoot, it was cool, man. Regular, man. Got some new things on the horizon. Thanks to my guy, White Star GB, and appreciate you. Yeah, man. I'm just excited for new things, man.
No doubt.
So, yeah.
Cooking.
Again, big shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. All right. Again, we are drinking the Michter's Single Barrel Kentucky Straight Rye. I think we had the regular American whiskey on here before.
Yeah.
This one, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Super smooth so far.
It's nice.
This one right here is a 42.4 ABV, 84.8 proof. One of the main notes that I normally get from the ryes it's like a bit of minty or a pine type of joint note that I normally get from that. But it's pretty good so far, man.
It is good. Yeah. I appreciate the smoothness. I like the caramel, the dried fruit on the back end. And there was a little like fresh and like a fresh taste on the back end.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so like a mint or something like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So we'll let this one marinate and we'll come back and we'll let you know how this one fares.
Absolutely.
All right. Are we jumping right into it or should we?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So tonight's topic is how to succeed in modern dating. All right. Of course, in this day and age, with the emergence of social media, online dating, things like that, the whole landscape of dating has pretty much changed from when you and I were young
Yeah.
whippersnappers. So we figured we would come on and lay out some of the biggest issues and give some solutions,
Yeah.
because we are a solution-based podcast.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. All right, where do we start? We start. Number one on the list of the issues and the pains of modern dating:
Okay.
digital overload. All right. With the
Okay.
rise of dating apps and social media, there's a constant pressure to present an idealized version of oneself, leading to anxiety and self-esteem issues.
Hmm.
What do you think about that?
Interesting. That is interesting. Having my formative years pre-social media, I could kind of see the curtain. I could see behind the curtain. I could see what it really is.
Mm-hmm.
But if this is all you know, and you spent your, you know, your better days on social media, yeah, you have to fake the funk. You gotta put a front on. It's always got to be. But where it sounds like a con, or like a con, I think it's a pro almost. I think social media helps you put your best foot forward. You show the best part of you. You know,
Is it real though?
if it's you, even if it's you for a little while, it's still you. Like, yo, listen, even if the bottles came to the section that one night, it still happened, you know? Or Shorty got her makeup done and she looked nice and she went out. It's still what she would look like with makeup. So it
Mhm.
is you. It's a snapshot of you. And I think that people have to understand that. I think it's not really for the person using it. I think it's more for the person to understand that the person who's seeing it, just because that person portrays that he's doing these things or she's doing these things, doesn't mean this is who that person is. You have to really try to get to know that person,
Mhm.
you know. So
Mhm.
I think us being out, you know, us understanding social media, we just kind of know like it's a snapshot, like it's a shared picture album.
I get it. Do you think it's too much though? Like too many platforms, too many social media platforms, too many dating apps, too many options
I've
for.
never overloaded. I've never had a lot of. I still never had a Facebook account. I have an Instagram. I have a Twitter that I don't have to log in for.
Mhm.
I open up a TikTok, but I'm never on it, and that's about it. You know, I mean, I don't know if we consider YouTube social media, but you know, well, I don't.
Well, all
I
right.
could imagine. I could imagine if you have a lot of footprints on
Mhm.
different social media sites. I feel like it could be a lot, and you have to juggle things, and you have to juggle certain things, and dating apps as well.
I
It can be a lot.
I believe I understand where they were coming from when they went this direction, right? Because you got to think about it like this, right? No disrespect to anybody, but I think it was supposed to be like a lane for like nerds in a sense, people that
Mhm.
were not outside, that had trouble communicating with the opposite sex face to face,
Yeah.
right? It creates a barrier. And you know, people that make these apps, coders and shit like that, those are your, you know, probably not the most socially out there people. A lot of introverts and shit like that. Like, you know, some kind of nerdy people, right? So they probably figured, all right, well, we do this, it's easier for us to connect with people, like-minded people, to find love, find, social groups and things like that.
Yeah.
And I think at first it initially worked, but one thing people didn't realize is that people that are social in real life are going to be the most social on social media also. It's not like somebody who's social in real life is going to be like,
That's not true.
That's
not true, because I consider myself social in real life, but on social media I'm a ghost.
Okay. But that may be you, but do you think that there's somebody who's an introvert in real life and then like super social on social media?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because like if they diagnose themselves as an introvert, they already lost. If someone comes and tells you I'm an introvert, then
I'm using a term.
Okay,
I'm not,
right,
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm putting people into a group.
Someone who's so I don't really see someone who really not comfortable having a conversation with somebody, but then being a whole social butterfly on like.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You think that can happen?
No, I don't think that could happen.
Okay, all right.
I think like, all right, there are people like you that like, yo, I'm social in real life, but I don't really, I don't mess with social media, right?
Yeah.
But the people that are the most social on social media are social in real life. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And people that are introverts in real life, they may be a bit more social, but they're not, they're the life of the party on Instagram, on Facebook, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I get it.
When it comes down to dating and meeting people, you're still going to be outpaced the same way you're going to be outpaced as somebody who's non-social.
Right.
You're still going to get beat out by that guy or girl that's already out there. That's really social anyway.
Yeah.
So, I think that's where we're at now, where the same,
well, it's like an antenna. You remember back in the day, like when free cable, we used to have to hook the antenna up to the back of the TV to broadcast to get like a better signal. It's an antenna. Like social media, if you're good at it, you can send your broadcast out to different people, to more people.
Absolutely.
For them to see that you're cool or you with it. So I guess if we were to help somebody and give them some advice, before that, I don't know why my brain works in like Chappelle skits or like Living Color skits, but I'm thinking about like, all right, so I've never had a dating site login or like
a profile.
Or like a profile.
Yeah.
But while we're talking about this, I'm just thinking like, how long is too long to be on a dating site until you look desperate? Like, could you really be on like a dating site for like 5 years and really just be like, I'm just here, like I'm just that person?
I think it looks bad,
It would look crazy, right?
It looks
so
bad.
What's the shelf life that you could be on a dating site? Like, what do you give it, like 2 years, like a year?
I would say a year.
Yeah.
I would say a year.
Because at that point, you're the one that nobody's choosing, right? And that's sad. Like,
exactly.
Shout out to whoever's still on there. Listen, don't give up. I'm not telling you to give up, but you look crazy.
This is no. This is crazy. This is a word of advice. What you have to do is you have to refresh.
You got to refresh.
You got to refresh. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
A new name.
A new username.
New identity.
A new photos. New photos, a new look. You understand what I'm saying?
Whole new shit.
So,
whole new shit.
You could, like, if we were putting a car up for sale and we saw that it was getting no hits at all, like, I might need a paint job, might need some, a little bit of a revamping of the description. You might have to lower the price a little bit, make some, revise it a little bit.
Right.
So I think certain people get on these dating sites and they don't make change. They don't if it's not hitting, you know what I mean? You got to revamp, you got to revise it.
So what we're saying is, whatever you do, you got to work at it. If you the holla, you got to work on the holla.
Absolutely.
If you the dating dude, if you the computer disputing, you got to get the computer disputing. You know what I mean? You got to work at it. Anything you want, you have to work at it.
And you got to use it to your advantage, right? So I think one thing I think certain people forget is this, right? Like, let's just say you're a nerdy guy, right? And you like computer science, right? Find your group. right? Don't get on there and you on your way to the computer science group, and then you see another group while you walk into that group, like, oh, this is the pretty girl group.
Yeah.
Let me just stay here. Like, nah, keep going to computer science where you was going.
I know.
Don't get caught up and get distracted by the other stuff that's there. Go to your group, because that's where you're gonna be celebrated.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
I like that one. That's good advice, yo.
All right.
It's the uncle pod, yo.
Yeah,
We the uncles, yo. We the elders.
All right. So number 2 is hookup culture. Some feel pressured to participate in casual hookups rather than pursue meaningful relationships, which can lead to confusion and dissatisfaction.
I don't like the word pressure. You know what you was doing. You know what you was doing. No one twisted your arm to go on and do this. You know what I mean? You got on that dating site. You don't want to go on all them dates.
Well, maybe it's pressure from, like, as a female, right? A pressure to have sex. But if like all the girls on the sites are,
if you got flued out
with dudes,
if a shorty got flued out, we're past pressure. You don't sold the monkey already. Like, Delta got the money already. Like that shit's for sale. You know what I'm saying? Like, if
why you gotta make it like that, though?
Yo, if you got flued out, you owe that nigga some box.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, let's stop playing the game. That game, you're playing. You're playing the escort prostitute.
No. Let's not wait. Don't go that far. Don't go that far, because I think some women feel like he really likes me, so he flew me out. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Like, you don't have to. It's like, I don't have to say flew. He flew you out, right? And yo, he digs me. Yeah, he might want to sleep with me, but he might want to sleep with me and still want to wife me, right? And or he may have flown me out. He wants to sleep with me, but if I don't sleep with him, we could try to still move forward to having a real relationship.
If you don't sleep with him,
it might be a chick being naive, but
don't play games. Stay in your lane. That's okay. Where I answer my own question. That's where the pressure comes from. Stay in your lane. If you're a good girl, be a good girl. Stay a good girl. You're not gonna have no pressure.
So you think the pressure is from the dude that wants to?
The pressure is, if a nigga taking you shopping, if a man is spending money. We all saw Pretty Woman. I don't think we need a remake. We need a remake of that. I think this generation needs to see Pretty Woman again. If a nigga's paying, yo, come on now. Like, let's stop playing the game. Like, men aren't spending money on women that they aren't having sex with. Women that take money for sex are.
I would agree. I would agree. But let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Women tend to have that lottery concept in their head. You only have to have one, right? You only have to have that one chick that got flown out, got hit off, got all the best of the best, and she didn't have to give up nothing, right? If they see one like that, they feel like they could be that next one.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna go by the general numbers. Like, all right, well, 75% of women that get flown out, they have sex with the guy. Now they're gonna be like, well, or it might be higher. Yeah, let's say it's 95%, and it. It's that 18%. Oh, really? All right, I'm gonna be in that 18%. I don't have to give it up.
All right, good luck. Have some money.
Some blame. You can't just blame the females.
You don't have to give it up.
You can't just blame the females.
You don't have to give it up.
You don't.
You don't have to give it. You never have to do anything that you don't want to do.
Absolutely.
But be ready to pay for the rest of your trip in your ride home.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Like, we just gonna keep it a buck. It's the Uncle Pod. We just telling y'all how it is. Like, the hookup culture. Women are playing with a stacked deck. It's not a flex for women to have sex. It's not a flex. Like, dudes is hollering at everything. Dudes it's not a flex. Like it's low hanging fruit for women to be hoes. Like that's why we used to call them that, because like, you know, so let's stop. And we're not built the same. I know y'all want to think that y'all could turn it off. I know that y'all think that it's just transactional. It could just happen. But trust me, that shit sit with y'all. Trust me. It sit with women, and it changes women. You know, it changes them.
I don't think in all scenarios though, it's a chick getting the most out of a dude. I think there's a good portion of this generation of young men and young women that they have a lot more casual sex, right?
Yeah.
And something I said on another show is that women, they create the rules of the game, and men just try to play within the rules of that game.
Right.
So I think the only thing that's changed, well, the men have to adjust to what's going on, but the women have changed, right? Women, I still think there's still a large group of women that want to be in relationships and want to be married, right? But the only difference is this, that in the interim of finding a relationship or a marriage, women weren't having a lot of casual sex, right? I think in this day and age, you'll have, and I'm not blaming women, but they give access to sex, right? So that's why I'm speaking about them.
Yeah.
So in the interim,
we're gonna talk about the dudes first. I mean, later too, though. But
yeah. But like while they're out and about, they meet a guy, right? They meet a guy. They like, oh, this dude, not boyfriend material, not husband material, but I could sleep with him. All right, cool. I sleep with you, but I don't really want to be with you like that. And that was the difference. Like there was shame in that back in the day. Yeah. Women knew, like, they weren't just popping off just to pop off. You know what I mean?
So you don't think it was happening and just like kept a little bit more closer to the
I think it was happening like chicks in college, right?
Okay.
Like chicks in college or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You know, that time. You know what I mean? Where they having a time of their life. But I think in this day and age, you got a lot of people that just, I don't really, and I'm speaking about women. I don't really like this thing like that, but yeah, I'll sleep with him. I let him hit, whatever, right? All right, so I slept with you. I'm moving on. Yeah. Meet the next guy. Yeah, you cool. I don't think boyfriend or whatever, or husband or whatever, but yeah, I'll sleep with you, right? Whereas before, women were sleeping with the guys that they wanted to be in relationship with or move forward with. And I don't think that's it's the same. I think it's more like a college girl's mentality. Like they having a good time.
Just having a good time. Everybody gets running around having a good time. And you know me, let's go to the guys a little bit. I always, I don't blame the fellas, but the fellas is always in control. Fellas.
Control of what though?
Of the market. I feel like the fellas, the young men now, they're on the hoes dick too much. Like you riding these hoes too much. Y'all liking too much on social media. Y'all are subscribing too much to the OnlyFans. Y'all are creating this market. Like the demand.
You mean the demand for
hoes?
The hoes is making the chicks supply. to want to be hoes.
Now it's culture.
Okay.
So because I'm seeing Instagram pages now where it's like girls are just getting followers and likes for showing their ass and for twerking and doing all types of stuff. And it's like, when the proof's in the pudding, when you could get direct, when you could see the results overnight from behaving a certain way, it's right there. I feel like, guys are causing this too much. It's the same conversation we had with the BBLs. I feel like dudes are saying that they don't want women with BBLs, but I don't think they're showing it.
No.
Because I feel like the chicks with the BBLs are getting chose and they're winning. You know what I mean? If they bad built, they go pay, $8,000, go down to Miami or DR. They getting chosen the next season. You know what I mean? Once they heal up, they back. You know. Nah, I'm saying something crazy.
Nah,
You always push back when
they get. I think they when getting chose for what though. That's what.
Okay, all right.
That's
might be getting chose for the stroke, but
yeah. So, all right. So what I think needs to come back is a little bit of shame. A little bit of shame. Because I genuinely believe that if women was on some Steve Harvey shit and say, yo, I'm waiting 90 days to sleep with a guy, guys would adapt to it. Of course, every guy would try to beat that. They're going to try to.
It'd be a bunch of skeletons in the lobby. Like, like I'll be right back.
Of course, it's going to be every guy's, most guys' goal to break that 90 day, to break the 90 day.
Yeah.
But there would be a lot of guys that's going to be like, they're going to accept it because those are the rules that are laid out by the women. Like they set the standard of how men are going to treat them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that right there is going to apply to a lot of things on these lists because we kind of brainstorm. We put together this list, and just hearing the 90 days, I feel like it's going to apply to a lot of things on this list.
Yeah. So
give it a little time. Let the coochie breathe, yo.
I would say I would tell.
Girl.
I would speak more or less to women. Yo, you guys set the standard of how men are going to treat you. So if you allow dudes to get into you quickly, you run the risk of creating like a soul tie and that person moving on.
Oh boy, soul tie. Make believe? Or like that's not real.
It could be make believe, but I do believe that I do. It's probably one of those make believe terms that new terms that came out.
Yeah.
But more or less, I do believe like once you let somebody in you, you transfer energy. It could be DNA. It could be a whole bunch of shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I do believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah.
So
that's the party. Analogy. Yeah. The party's like your crib.
Yeah.
So like if you're having a party at your crib every weekend, dudes is coming, but they get to go home. But your walls is all beat up and the carpet's tore up, and it's your party.
Yeah. So a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And I think that you got to realize that it's all about supply and demand, right? So if nastiness is at an all-time high, it's not valued anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's a bunch of freak chicks out here. You got to do something different, especially if you want to get some different results. If you just don't want to get clapped up, your cheeks clapped up. So that's what you got to do.
Yeah, freaks come out at night, man.
All right.
We got an interlude. You want a little intermission. Have a little fun. Break up the monotony.
Oh.
Fresh. I'm out of business. Isn't that sweet, you little moneymaker, you? Use new sweet fish every day. Keep that skunky cunt away. Use new sweet fish every day. Keep that skunky cunt away. Sweet fish.
All right. What's number 3? Number 3, all right, is communication issues. Miscommunication often arises due to resilience on texting and social media, making it harder to convey emotions and intentions accurately.
Yeah.
Can you break that down a little bit for the people? Like, what's your perspective on that?
Doing too much typing. Dudes used to, what's up with the Joneson game? Like, you have to work on it a little bit. Talk,
Is that a benefit for a pro or a con for men? Because the ultimate goal for most
depending on
guys
what
are
you
trying
want.
to get some
It
buns.
helps you with quantity, but it does hurt you with quality. You know,
Mm.
if you could just copy and paste a whole bunch of DMs to a whole bunch of women, you're gonna get a bite. But if you could and honestly, you don't know what you're getting neither. But if you could actually cold approach women, and I know they say women are making it weird now. I don't know, but in our day, like that's what we have to go do. Like we have to go and say hi to a young lady and introduce ourselves, and she can see everything about you. That's why like all this weird stuff about like height and six pack and all that, like it wasn't really nothing about that back in the day, because when that person was in front of you, everything was there. You know what I mean? You knew what you were getting.
I think
it
it was less unspoken. It was unspoken at that time.
But it doesn't have to be spoken because it's physical. You're
Agreed.
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can say no thank you, or I got a boyfriend, or whatever girls used to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if she not with all, like it doesn't have to be all, and it just gives men set the bar, and then it's giving them these weird kind of expectations, and it's giving them, I feel like, insecurities. It's making everybody weird because it's giving women too much attention.
Yeah. Okay. I would agree with that.
And then it's making dudes weird because you're not really getting that. I don't even know what a date is like. Like, I would love to sit in on a 22, 24, 25-year-old date. Yeah. And see like what that real interaction is. Like, do dudes even ride around with a bottle in their car anymore? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, first date, you got the bottle in the car. I mean, in the trunk.
Be
you know
careful,
what I mean?
young
You set the
fellas.
tone.
Yeah, be careful, young fellas.
Yeah, be careful.
You used to do that?
A little something in the car.
You know what I mean? You have to have a little dip
careful,
before
be
you go
careful.
inside. Like, just take a little shot in the car, cool out. Let's talk a little bit while waiting on our reservation. Breaking the ice, you know what I mean? Listen, you're trying to have a vibe, you know what I mean? You're trying to vibe with somebody. You're trying to, even with like conversation, when you get that number and you call, and then you calling at work, it's not that corny grand
Well,
rising.
GB, no, I don't believe this generation can relate to a Jamaica Avenue trip. You know what I mean? Where it's you and your boys and you run through the Coliseum and you're just gonna try something that passes, that looks
and I ain't gonna hold
nice. You got aspirations. You just
Jamaica
go
Avenue
for
was
it.
Vietnam. Like,
Yeah, but you
I
go
was
for
supposed to be a field dude. Like I couldn't do
That was-
Jamaica.
that was
They
my
look
second-
too rough on Jamaica.
No,
Avenue.
you gotta go for it. It's the belly of the beast. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to try. You have to try. Have you ever
You gotta
tried?
try it.
You've tried on Jamaica
Of
Avenue,
course,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like it was never like I'm going out
Well,
there for that.
No, but listen,
But, yeah.
a win on Jamaica Avenue.
Oh, that's a win.
Queens chicks low key was looking for Long Island dudes.
Come
They
on,
felt like
that
Long
time?
Island dudes had
That
bread.
I
time.
married one. Listen, I married a chick.
They
Queens chick.
yo,
But my point is, when you come to Roosevelt Field now, after spending time on the Ave and in the
man.
trenches,
Yeah.
Green Acres Mall. How about that? How about Green Acres Mall? That was
Green
more
Acres
of a
was-
right. Does that make more
Green
sense?
Acres was-
When you out there, if you're shooting shots at Green Acres, and it's like,
Shout out to Buck, y'all. You know what I mean? His mom used to get her hair done in Green Acres, so we used to drive with her there, and then we just walk the mall. Green Acres was our stomping ground for a little while, yeah. But it's just you learn and you get turned down and you realize, it's not the worst. She says no, it's not the worst thing in the world.
I think
To
it helps
hear no.
you build up.
It calluses
It calluses you, right?
Absolutely.
But I think if it was utilized the right way,
Yeah.
today's generation could have deeper, more meaningful relationships.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When we I think in our day, we were more quantity based versus quality based. Right.
Okay.
All right. It would be like, yo, I met a chick that's good looking, right? And then it's like how many chicks you could bag up.
Yeah, but Ron, if I'm gonna give a little pushback on that, like we all got the good looking girl's phone number who was a potato on the phone.
I agree.
Like we stopped talking to mad girls because they had no conversation, right? Like, so I think it kind of weeded out a lot of things. Like it kind of weeded out people. Like talking to people weeds out people.
All right, you know why? But you know why? Is because when you bag a chick up,
Yeah.
is what's your name?
Mm.
Where you from?
Yeah.
You got a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Can I get your number? It's that's the basic foundation of a pro. You know, that's what you know, right?
Boyfriend shit would shoot you in the foot. Never ask if you had a boyfriend because it just kind of leads that thing over.
No, for real,
Let them tell you.
Yeah. Right?
I ain't asking that shit. For nothing.
But either way, when I see you on social media,
yeah,
I can see what your interests are.
all that.
I can see where you from.
Mm.
It's mad shit I could bring up and talk to you about, right? Meeting a chick like face to face and that first call is sort of like a cold call in a sense because you don't really know her. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you just know she was attractive enough for you to approach and get her phone number.
Mm.
But and then you could get on the phone with her, and then if she don't give you answers, you don't really know what to talk about. You don't know what to bring up. Now, if you look at her social media profile, you could be like, yo, you go to the gym. I see you in the gym. I see you live in Ohio,
Right.
Cincinnati, Ohio. How's it
Right.
out there? How the Bengals or some shit? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's mad shit you could talk about with a person based on that. But I just think people are not utilizing it the right way, the way it was supposed to be.
Right. Let me give you a scenario for now. Let me see how you would feel if you were in the dating market now. You were a guy, and you send a girl a DM on her profile. A couple of vacations. She works, and she goes out to dinner a lot. It's a lot of food pictures and stuff like that. Right. You're on a date. Conversation is decent. You get to the joint. You get to the restaurant. Her food come out, and she takes a picture of her food. Now you thinking like, okay, she takes pictures of food on all her dates. This is what she does. Like, how are you judging this woman? Or you'll take her at face value still?
I don't know. I never, and I'm being straight up. Like, I just think if you could have been on a date every day that week. That don't. I think that
matter.
every other guy that you probably dated, you didn't date me yet. So all right, well, you on this date, so it don't even matter. You understand what I'm saying?
So you don't really judge her for her frequency.
No, not. I don't know if she's dating. Like, all right, if you start to get into more conversations and be like, oh yeah, I'm sleeping with this guy and that guy, you know what I mean? That's something different. But like, coming into certain situations, you're going to have to compete, especially if it's a decent looking chick or a good looking chick.
Right.
It's going to be other suitors out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just about you being confident enough to be like, yo, all right, well, you talking to a couple of dudes, you know, let's try to, eventually you're going to get to the point where it's just going to be me.
You would think that no matter what. So even if it was like NBA dudes or like athletes or anything like that.
I don't know.
No. Now we're getting
I do know. I do know.
Okay.
But chances are, is if you can tell if a chick is into you, I'm not gonna like, yo, I'm not the type of dude that's like, she like, yo, hey, like giving me a cold shoulder, and I'm like, oh, yo, let me do this, let me do that, let me take you out, let me do this to try to garner your attention.
Nah.
If you're giving your attention somewhere else or whatever, I'll take that as a sign you're not really into me, and I'm fine with that. I'll keep it moving.
Would you judge? Smoke show. Would you judge a woman by who she used to date? If she used to date scammers and drug dealers and athletes, dudes with dudes was getting money, and
I probably would.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I probably would.
Honestly, yeah.
Should
men
if you have a, that's the thing. If you have a track record of dating a certain type of guy, and that guy on the totem pole, ethically, morally, whatever, like that, he's not up there. Like, I probably would judge.
Let's reverse engineer it. Why you think that they're used to being spoiled and they're spoiled people now. Like they're used to a transactional. You think that you wouldn't be able to give them enough to keep them happy or to compete with their past? Like why? Why would you pass on them?
You got to give me more information on the female. Like what type of person is she dating? What is her type then? Like who you like? Not even her type. Like what are the type of guys that normally she fucks with?
Her last 4 boyfriends were scammers. She got a bigger watch than you.
It's yo, honestly, it ain't about it's about the fact that like yo, you might be into that lifestyle, to that excitement of like yo, this nigga scamming. Like there's a chance niggas could kick in the door and you know, and that turns her on.
How much would you trust her that she likes you? Because there would be she wouldn't be around if she didn't like you. You know what I mean? Because you really don't have those things to offer her. So she's really digging you. But how much would you trust her not to go back to that life because she's used to because she's been too spoiled?
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even think about that. Like,
okay, all right.
Like yo, you go.
You go. Like,
yo, what I'm gonna do? I can't beg you to stay.
You hear that, fellas?
If you ready to go, you could go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I ain't marry you and nothing like that, like, what's the fight for? You know what I mean? Nah, if we ain't got nothing together and I got some like for you.
Yeah,
I could.
I
can get over that. For you. Yeah, I could move on from that.
Hear that, boys?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like men sometimes cack something and they kind of go above their means to try to keep something.
Yeah, that's a game that you'll never win. That's a lose situation.
There's no hope for it though.
No, it's
she
not.
Really can't just like, yo, listen, I just want to get out the game. Like she can't do the math. Like, yo, okay, these dudes, the upside was money, but yo, boom, it was transactional. It didn't feed my soul. I didn't really like the. Can she be self-rehabilitated?
She could.
Right.
A person that smoked crack for fucking 30 years could get off, but if they still chilling around the crack house, they not going in, but they walking past it every day, like testing it, you know.
Yeah. I ain't got no answer for that.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yo, like and honestly, I'm not sure if I ever want to be that guy. I don't want to be the I turned over a new leaf guy in your situation. Like, oh, I dated certain guys and I'm trying something new.
Yo,
yeah. I'm not cool with being that guy.
All right,
you understand what I'm saying?
All right.
Like, I'm trying something different. Like I'm a test runner, whatever. I'm an experiment. Like, and I'm a clinical trial, but you don't know it's gonna work or not. And only person that's gonna be hung out to dry will be me.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you just tested me out, and then you could just go back to where you came from and go date the type of guys that you date. Yeah, I don't fuck with situations like that. Sound advice. Sound advice to don't be that guy, right? Go where you're celebrated, please, right? Don't get caught up by looks and all this other extra shit where you know that's not your type of chick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're not that type of guy for that woman. You can't, it might sound cliche, you can't fit a circle into a square hole. Like, yo, it's just not gonna work.
Figure that out by conversation. Yo, fellas, if you want to like set yourself apart from the pack, call her. When you get her number, you get her DM, ask her for a phone number, give her a call. When she's free, she getting off of work, or ride home from work, or ride to work, give her a call. That little half an hour, 20 minutes, I know it might sound like a long time, but yo, listen, you put work in, fellas. When you talk, you communicate.
All right, so I think we got off though. What about the miscommunication?
Well, the miscommunication comes from not communicating. I feel like the miscommunication comes from
not doing not face to face and texting. And
okay. Just like, yo, listen, like we're not really connecting on, you know, like By the time that first date, you should know what to play in the car when you scoop it. You should know what songs you're listening to. You should know all these things. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, I mean, we probably sound like dinosaurs. It sounds crazy because like life moves so fast now.
Not yo, bro.
But
We might sound like that. No.
some
I
things
think
matter.
what we're
Shit.
saying is should be taken heed to. Utilize, if you're gonna use social media, utilize the information that you can get off social media.
It's a database.
That in a sense, like it could be two guys, right?
Yeah.
Two guys going for the same chick,
Mm.
right? And one does his research and one doesn't. He can edge out that other dude.
Yeah, man.
Like you said, he knows like when she posts on Instagram what type of music she play. You know what I mean? So you know what to play inside the car. You'd be like, yo, you don't even like the music that she play on her shit, but you playing it. Oh, you like that too? Yeah, I dig this shit. Yo, this shit is fire.
Oh, this shit trash. I could play it for you. Like you get nugget. Like
Either way, you can go either way.
What I was like,
Yeah.
I was just like, I was always a snapper. I always snap on my dates. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, this shit corny. I heard you play this shit. Though. I'll play this shit for you though. Maybe you gonna make me like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like, come on, fellas.
All right.
Communicate, have a little personality, be the vibe guy. The vibe guy gets pussy, yo.
Let me ask you this
The vibe
though.
guy gets his dick wet.
Let me ask you
t-shirt.
this. Can you give something to the dudes that have the chick that won't give a phone number, but she'll only give the social media? How do you get real airtime with the chick?
Call on that shit.
What?
You can call people on Instagram.
Okay.
I call on that shit. Fuck it. Call on that.
Okay.
Call her. Hear that voice, man. Come on now. Hear that voice. Talk to her.
I think
work on it.
If you're not able to do that, right?
Yeah.
Because it might be a little intrusive, right? They be like, "Yo, you calling me on the gram?
Hi. That's
Right?
right. Say hi.
You be like, who the fuck is this? Who are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you do your research and you could do a little texting, DMing, and shit like that, but you do your research or whatever,
Right.
and you can get deeper with the conversation,
Mhm.
I think that raises the likelihood of her giving you her number to call her.
Type of shit corny.
You might have to do it though for a little bit in order to get some
I
airtime.
feel you. It's a necessary evil, but that shit corny.
You got to do it. It's
Cause you supposed to be outside anyway. How you gonna be outside and typing? You dig? Like niggas, like dudes supposed to be outside. We supposed to be fighting and shooting basketball, and playing basketball.
Exactly.
Nigga, you typing. Got bad time, nigga. You be counting money, nigga.
All right, let's jump over to number 4, man.
Come on, man.
Commitment phobia. Many young adults are hesitant to commit to serious relationships, possibly due to fear of missing out, aka FOMO, or a desire to focus on personal growth and career.
Pull that clip up from damn, do we got the Mr. 4 clip? Nah, we don't got it. I'll explain it. She was on a podcast with Torre, and Torre asked her why she was never married. She said that she got proposed to 2.5 times. He said, 2.5.
What is a half?
Halftime was she saw the ring before he proposed, and she got up out of there before he was able to.
That's some
propose.
scandalous ass shit.
Well,
bro.
she just looked at it like she had too many options. And she didn't want to settle down, and she actually said that word. I mean that statement that she had commitment phobia. So that's why I bring this story up is because I feel like commitment phobia. It might stem from something that happened in your childhood, maybe like some kind of abandonment issues, or it could stem from too many options, and you really just kind of can't choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like young? Do you sidebar? We'll get back to that. Do you feel like your kids have a hard time making decisions?
Come back to the mic.
If you go like to 7-Eleven, do they have a hard time figure out what Slurpee flavor they want? Or
all the time.
Not my kid.
Decisions.
My kid's like Beeline.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she's Beeline.
they know what
in
they
the
like,
store.
and that's what they like.
Yeah, my girl's hungry. She's like, yeah, let's want these
Yeah.
chips. I'm going for these. Do I want that? Nah, I don't want that. I'm gonna go for this. Yeah, I call her today looking at 2 snacks in the hand. Like, all right, am I gonna go here? Or here?
Mhm.
She made her choice relatively quick. Like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
settle.
right. Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
settle with
yeah,
the Doritos.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
These
The
nacho
sound
cheese
decision
Doritos.
maker.
Sound decision making in the store. I
See,
mean,
mine is a headache.
toy store differently.
Yo, bro,
like
right?
convenience store, yeah, snacks. We know where we're going.
Okay.
straight.
Yeah. My son, he'll go through the aisles like 2-3 times.
Can't figure out.
He can't figure it out. Yeah.
Have a bag of ramen noodles and some cupcakes. Like, I don't know.
No, that's some
Sweet
real
or
shit.
salty?
He'll really have
Sweet or
some shit like
salty?
that. He will.
Sweet or salty? I don't know.
Yo, side note, one day he picked up the noodles, the Rap Snack noodles. It was E40. And he was like, oh, this looks like Mr. Gray. I was crying. I had put it in the group chat.
We saw it.
Yeah, okay.
We saw it. We saw it. We saw it. We laughed. We laughed then, and we laughing now too. We laughing. 40 water. Y'all like spectacles, man. You know what I mean? Bald head nigga with fucking spectacles. You know what I mean? 40. But decision making, man. Humans aren't good decision makers. Like, I'm gonna bring it up from childhood. Like now, like, are we, when it's time to make a decision, do you know?
It's options, man. It's a lot
a
of
muscle,
times,
right?
it's not infinite options, but it's multiple options a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much to choose from.
Yeah.
Shit, food. I was just trying to figure out, we were trying to figure out what we're gonna eat for dinner. And that shit was a 30-minute conversation. Trying to figure out because everybody wanted something different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
but you don't have your Oppenheimer bummer, like your button, like, yo, this is the one. Like, yo, when I say this, everybody going.
Well, sometimes.
Okay.
It depends. It's certain things, but when it's like, there's certain things that my kids like that I don't, me and my wife don't eat because we don't eat meat.
Okay.
And then there's certain things that we might like and they like, we don't want that.
Yeah,
we want this.
Y'all a mess up. Y'all going to like me, I'm saying, yo, if I say wings and things, everybody like, all right, big nigga. Just go. just go. Yeah. Just go, sir. Come back safely.
First of all, can I get 30 seconds to just show a little love to Wings and Things? Okay, Wings and Things been in one location as far as I know.
They got two.
There's one in Elmont.
Yeah.
Come on, no. There's only one location.
I'm
Stop
telling
it.
you, dog.
Yo, for real.
I'm telling you.
There's only one. There's only one. Hempstead Turnpike. There's no other.
That's the flagship right there.
There's no other Wings and Things. My grandma back in the 90s, Wings and Things. If you're ever in the Long Island area, you want to look for some chicken, some fried bird, Wings and Things. They got this 10-piece leg and thigh. Now they be raising the price every time.
Take it.
But you best to get that. Okay, they got the wings special too.
Yeah.
Cornbread.
Come on now.
Wings and Things. I just gotta make
the
sure.
The wings and things you sing about, bring them out.
Bring them out.
You know what I used to eat from there? I don't know if y'all ever had the beef ribs. Beef ribs are fire.
Yeah.
Like dinosaur
fire.
bones.
Yeah. Look at Fred Flintstone. Let me leave the car on.
Yeah. Shout out to Wings and Things.
Shout out.
All right. Where were we at?
We were at communication.
We passed communication.
We
commitment phobia.
Commitment phobia. Who do you think gets more commitment phobia, men or women?
Men.
See, I think it's the opposite. Well, no, you're right. Yeah, because the Bachelor is somebody with commitment phobia.
I think that's where the options thing plays in right there. Where I have some acquaintances, let's say, that have had a lot of female attention. Sometimes I think maybe too much to where they might have passed up on something that was great. spent a little too much time with something that wasn't so great. And as the numbers accrue, eventually, I don't know if they're actually sure what they like, what they liked, who they liked, right? And it becomes a big blur at the end of the day. And I think they end up having a tougher time down the stretch.
The man
over those who have
Can't leave the game alone.
taken a little loss, retired a little early, right? Retired early because the goal is to retire early, right? Not late. It's in my book.
Retired, retire wealthy. Find something that
Right.
you could live with.
But you know, in a space where you're willing to give good years to this particular person, yada yada yada. I just mean, I'm watching some people go out into the deep waters now, right? Where they might have made it to a time where maybe they have a kid, maybe they have no kids, and it's like no commitment, you know, and it's like now they've made it to the age of 40, and they've learned how to be by themselves for so long that it's tough to compromise, give up some of the things that you've built on your own, empires that they've built by themselves, more than that pleasure center has been pleasure to the point where you're not really sure what you like. So I can kind of agree with where you're going on that, fam.
I can't argue with that.
But as far as like men versus women, like most women probably have a guy that they dated that they wanted to marry, and most men that could probably talk about a woman that they could have married, but they didn't want to. But
so the one that got away, that applies more for men or for women?
Probably men, because the women probably wanted to get married, but the men probably wasn't trying to commit.
He couldn't leave the game alone.
Yeah.
Whew, man.
But you know, the thing is, I think there's way more marriageable women than there are marriageable men.
What's a marriageable man?
Like a dude that's willing to settle down and commit.
Okay, that's the baseline.
That's the baseline. Like, all right, of course, just have his basic shit in order. You understand what I'm saying? Basic shit in order, but then also is willing to take
to be here,
the commitment seriously. You know what I mean? All right, let's
you
just say,
know what, Ron? Maybe not even so much shit in order. Right, because that's always relative.
I mean, just regular basics. Like, I'm not talking about like nothing crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Shelter, income.
Yeah, some income.
Insurance. You know,
I think it's a people skills thing. Does that make? I don't know. I'm saying that right. You know, you gotta be ready to commit to the person before you know. Because I think when you say things in order. Right. That could be forever changing. Maybe you might be in between jobs, have a job that might not have anything to do with how you treat the other person who's dedicating themselves to you. Right. If you have a house or you don't have a house, that shouldn't dictate whether or not you treat a person with respect. No, I'm just saying. No, but I'm just saying that that's a people thing at that point. Right. One should be able to look at the people side of it versus just what you have, and what you have shouldn't determine necessarily.
All right. I get what you're saying. Right. But when I'm just talking about like, yo, all right, you're not homeless? All right, cool. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you work? Cool. You're a good person? Cool. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the baseline, right? There are niggas that don't even have that could find a wife. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But there's mad women that have all that. They have a roof over their head. They have some type of income. Yeah. They're a good person, but they can't find a husband.
College educated.
All that shit. Yeah. It's more of them that are like, they kind of check a lot of boxes. That
give them some advice, Ron. Get those women some advice. Help them.
There's a numbers issue that you can't really get around.
What's that number?
Like, it's just more women than there are men. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's one issue. And of course, with black women, it's, we got, incarceration. We got a bunch of shit, you know, and it's just some dudes, you know, are just not on the level. I mean, like, but you could, there's a few options, right? Let's not make it like it's Mission Impossible, right?
Right.
You can build somebody up.
Oof.
You can find somebody with potential,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
You can
It's
actually
not the craziest thing, man.
No, it's not. It's not the craziest thing, right? Because, yo, if there's a difference between a dude that is motivated to do something, but he just doesn't have the resources, and somebody that just doesn't have any motivation and they don't want to do shit. You know what I mean? So, if you got someone that is like, yo, all right, he might need a little direction.
Right.
Sidebar.
He's workable. He's coachable. You know what I mean?
Could we trim some of the percentage of women who don't have by women getting a holla game up? Right? Because wait, in certain instances, you know, kind of women are kind of almost waiting in the wind to be approached.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wooed.
Damsel.
But if women just hollered,
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong, there would be guys with girls.
It make them look thirsty though, cool.
Yeah, but we're not okay. Listen, we're just here to talk about the medicine.
But we're okay.
not the
but
not the after effect.
It looked like, oh, I'm definitely smashing. Like, she on my
exactly.
dick.
That's what I was gonna
She on
say.
my dick.
Like,
yeah.
most
Like,
dudes-
come
So
on,
men,
like,
so men
most
are gonna
dudes-
mess that up too.
Most dudes would be
Yeah.
like, yo, I could hit it.
it's a burn.
But just
hand,
holla,
like,
holla,
right
holla,
there.
holla.
She hollered at me.
Well,
I
listen,
could
that's-
smash.
but
He
okay.
ain't gonna be like, yo, she hollered at me.
Yeah.
She could be my girlfriend.
All right.
She could be my wife.
Yeah, but not every. Okay, no offense.
Okay.
I don't want to put us on blast here, but it's 3 men here
Mm-hmm.
being hollered at by a woman. You might think those things, but sometimes you're just in sheer awe that it's happening to you. Sometimes.
It's always thirst.
Because, no, it may be the woman that says something to you. It may be something about the woman who said something to you. If she's like next level, if she says something to you, you just
She
might.
thirsty. Like, come
Yo,
on, man, get
I
out
ain't
of
gonna lie
here.
to
That's
you.
not fair.
I'm not gonna lie
Wait,
to you.
That's not fair.
Just wait.
That's not
Wait
fair.
for me to say something. Wait.
Not
Just
fair.
wait.
That's
Like, no
not
fuck.
fair,
Are we speaking? All
I'm
right.
with you, ladies.
Don't take cool advice.
Yo,
Don't be
take
thirsty,
my
What?
advice. Please.
Don't
Holler.
be thirsty, man.
Just holler. It ain't being thirsty. It's hollering.
I think see, no. I don't think.
Hang.
Yo, I don't think it's more or less about hollering.
Holla,
Like,
holla, holla, holla.
like you could. There's a more subtle way than just straight out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just letting the dude know that you're open to being approached.
All right, so
Give it a little
okay.
rhythm, give it a
So
little rhythm.
listen, we're figuring out the terminology,
Yeah,
but that's
give
what
it a
I
little
meant. I
rhythm.
meant like, you know, show that.
Hang, girl.
Go get. Okay, listen.
But
All right.
it's not gonna work if you're going after men that are not like. You got to be realistic about your market value.
Okay.
They have to be real. Women have to be realistic about their sexual market value. They
Yeah.
do. Like, yo, bro, like
They don't really
If-
know. They don't really know. Women aren't necessarily all the way in the
women
clear
know.
about their
Women know. They try to act naive like they don't know. Because you know why?
Yeah.
Because a woman will point out another good looking woman, and they know when another woman looks better than they do.
Right.
It's big. The puzzle. The board is bigger than that right now.
But the cool's analogy. Let me give you an analogy. All right. So boom. You go fishing, right? You out there dolly. You out there fishing.
Right.
You're gonna fish for 2 hours. Within the first 10 minutes, a fish just jump in your boat. You're like, oh shit, that's a fish. All right, cool. I'm still gonna go fishing. If I catch a bigger fish, I'm gonna throw that punk fish back in the water.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna take the bigger fish. But if I don't got no fish,
So you're
They
saying
fucking fuck that fish home.
don't be the first fish?
don't be the fucking fish.
Don't-
Don't be the
yeah.
fish that get jumped in the
Yeah,
boat. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Let the nigga catch you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but wait.
Yo,
All right,
you
but
gonna
wait.
Get chose
Listen,
with a bigger joint.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Same analogy.
Yeah.
Out there, 10 minutes, fish jumps in the boat.
You turn the
You're
boat
saying
around.
no. Well, let's say it's a nice enough fish. Let's say you've been hungry.
Holla, 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 holla.
You turn that bitch
No,
around.
no,
Okay, wait,
see.
no. Wait. Let
Go
me finish.
ahead, I'll let you finish. I'll
I'm
let
just
you
saying
finish.
that's one.
Salute.
That's one.
I'll take
You know what I
that.
mean? That's
Yeah,
one
yeah,
scenario.
Beautiful fish.
Beautiful fish. We here. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Good night, fellas.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Now let's say fish jumps in the boat. All right, fish. Nice, decent fish.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take your mentality. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna keep fishing. I just been out here 10 minutes. And then the night goes by. You don't get a better fish.
Mhm.
You do have an initial fish that jumped in the boat.
Yo, every hour you think about it.
So-
fish, like,
so
"Alright,
listen,
nigga, yeah,
women-
put some ice.
for
Kick
instance-
that fish to the side,
Okay,
man.
for
Get some
instance,
ice for that motherfucker.
let's use it this way. You're at the club. Man holler at woman. Let's say the man is the first fish in the boat. After the whole night goes by, it's very rare that woman would double back to the first guy that tried to holler at her that night, right?
Mhm.
That man is way more likely to. Let's say he caught a halfway better fish.
Yeah.
He still could possibly double back to the first fish that came through.
Yeah.
Correct? Or am I lying?
Now
Am I
the
flying?
fishes in the boat fighting now. They
Come
got
on
Lexus
now.
keys and BMW keys and chains and shit like that. It's the survival of the fitters in that boat now. Like it's a different boat with them dude fish now. We're used to that
Yeah.
shit.
Eh.
We're used to battling to the death.
Yeah, and that's what
You
I
know
was
what I'm
going to
saying?
say. I think
Yeah.
there's a difference. I
Yeah.
think there's a difference. Right?
Right?
If you make an impression, because this is the way the game is supposed to go. You're supposed to chase the women, right? So they're expecting that, right?
Yeah.
So if you make a good impression on a woman, it don't matter if you're the first or the last. If she likes you or she likes your approach, she's gonna remember you.
Absolutely.
Whereas a dude, we're not used to being approached by women.
Why it's gonna be
Dude,
way more
yeah.
memorable.
Oh, me?
It's gonna be way more memorable. Way more memorable.
It's gonna be memorable,
Niggas
but
be
I think
flattered.
men subconsciously be like, yo, I'm a little thirsty. Like, yo,
Oh,
does
no,
she do that?
You be watching that pop the shit,
Oh,
the pop the joint, the pop the balloon shit.
That shit is hilarious.
Nah, there's a dating thing, like a speed dating thing with like 20 verse 1. And it'll be like pop the
Oh, when they
balloon.
walk, when the
If
person
they're not
walks in, it's like pop,
yeah,
pop, pop,
if they're not
yeah.
interested in you. Then they ask questions and stuff like that. But some of the people be too thirsty, you know what I mean? It'd be the thirst.
to pop the balloon
Come
to get out the way.
Nah, sometimes there's no balloons pop, but the dude not interested. He's like, yo, pop that balloon, yo.
See, that's
Mhm.
just
Get up out of here, yo. Like,
well,
get up
see,
outta
man.
here.
Well, you know, man's
it's
an
never
asshole.
good for their psyche.
Men
you know
are
what I mean?
assholes, but
Dudes is jerks.
I'm just saying if ladies were just okay, we can find a medium, a healthy medium between
Healthy medium.
holla, 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 holla. But
Right.
listen, if you see something you like, it would be best, ladies, if you just try to go for it. You get
Right.
what you get.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What did we say? We had to go out there and catch nose.
Mm.
Oh, you know, you a nice guy,
Yeah.
you cute or whatever, but yeah, I got somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because think about
Oh,
it.
you can't have no friend?
Because listen, it's very rare.
Mhm.
It's very rare. Listen, hear me out. It's very rare that no matter what the situation the guy is in, he's probably not going to let you down hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
men don't do that.
Men are not going to.
Yeah.
No. They might even just sit over here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know a friend that he
Maybe.
dissed the shit out of a chick.
okay, maybe.
that's fine.
You know, maybe that's.
She was approaching him, and he told her
Yeah.
like, "Yo, don't even waste your time." Like,
Oh man.
Like, yo,
Alright,
my
well,
dick don't
yeah.
even work, man. Like, I'm sorry, man.
I don't know.
Man,
Uh,
I ran out of Viagra. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Yeah,
but-
man.
But all right, commitment phobia. That's what we were talking
commitment
about.
phobia. Yeah, we're talking about what leads to it. Like, what are
Mhm.
the precursors to it? You know, how do we get here where someone's
Well-
self-diagnosing themselves? Oh, I'm a commitment phobe. Like, cause come on, like, what are you talking about?
I think
It is a real thing.
I think it's a real thing, but I think it is it's an abundance of options,
Mhm.
and I think you know, women should be a little bit more realistic.
All right. Let me add another one to it. All right, abundance of options. We've been there.
Or
How about-
a
how about-
perception of an abundance of options.
That part too.
Hmm.
All right. What about unrealistic expectations? Can that lead to that too?
Yeah, because
If
I
you
think
set your shit so high that no one could possibly hit your shit, like no one could get there. And even if they do get there, you can never fully commit because you're still waiting for it to get to a certain place.
well either way, like I think the rule of thumb should be like if you want certain qualities in the opposite sex, you should try to be those particular qualities, right?
Okay, yeah, that's
If you want a dude that's in shape or a girl that's or chick that's in shape,
Mhm.
you should probably be in shape.
Yeah.
If you want a girl that makes money or a dude that makes money, maybe
Mhm.
you should make some money too. If
Mhm.
you know, like certain
Yeah.
those qualities that you're asking for, you should probably try to be those qualities also. You understand what I'm saying?
That ain't
But-
shape shit. A motherfucker fat nigga be wanting a little fake joint, like nigga. I be
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
what? Nigga, what?
And I think it goes both ways though.
They can't be two fat niggas together.
I think why not? They can work out together. But all right, a lot of the times that person feels like they're better than that other person. You know what I mean? And it could go both ways. Where the dude might feel like I can get somebody better than this chubby chick. Or the chubby chick like I can get a better dude than this dude. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's where some of the issues come, where it's like, yo, those people, they have a certain heightened sense of their market value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's like, yo, well, and I would say more of women, because women are going to get sexual advances from men on social media a lot. Even if you're average looking chick, if you show some cleavage or you show like a little butt shot, you're gonna get some likes. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be some dudes that want to smash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just don't take that and just assume like, all right, well, I'm in another league because this dude liked my photo or gave me some love on social media.
Yeah.
Be real about it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Be real about it.
Understood.
Yeah.
Let's get one more interlude going before you go. I think we can just wrap up with 5.
Really?
And we do part 2 next week. We rocking.
Okay. All right. I guess we can do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's get a random one. No, don't go with that one. Anyone. Any other one. Yeah. Go over there.
Well, I'm retired. I play a lot of golf, and I just recently celebrated my 49th wedding anniversary.
Wow. That's pretty good, man.
That's not easy. You got to treat her with respect, take her on great trips. For our 25th, I took her to China, and next year I'm going to go pick her up.
What do you do for a living?
I'm retired. I play a lot of golf.
All right. So
that's always a great premise that like my wife makes me miserable. Like that whole like Al Bundy premise, like that whole like I love her, but I can't live like
right. Yeah.
Can't live with her, can't live without her.
Mhm,
You know what I mean?
mhm.
Like back in the day, he used to call your wife a ball and chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
They make it like marriage is misery,
yeah.
but it's like, oh, I you know, you can't live without it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
but
We love them.
yeah,
We love our wives, right? But it's like, yo, they be on us too a little bit.
they keep us in order. They keep us
Yeah,
in
they be
line.
on- Yo,
They keep
my
us in
wife,
line.
like, yo, I might have a little drill target.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Number 5.
Come on.
Traditional gender roles. Balancing traditional expectations with modern dating dynamics can be challenging, leading to misunderstandings and conflicts.
Translation. Dudes expecting a low body count from a shorty is unrealistic.
Yeah. It doesn't mesh with the culture
Or
of
don't
today.
ask. Don't ask.
It's like don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask. Don't ask. Feel like understand the energy around her. But don't ask. No one ever asked. It's only a conversation now.
Is it okay? This is the thing.
No one
right?
ever asked.
No.
I don't know anybody that ever asked.
Okay, but I want to ask you this, right? Even though in this day and age, you got a lot of hookup culture.
Yeah.
But are women actually acting like hoes? Like you know how
It's
you've
not
been
hard to act like a hoe.
Nah.
You could dress like a hoe. You could have an OnlyFans. You could have mad nigga. You could twerk or you could show
I'm
your
not
body
even saying
crazy.
that, right?
Like it's mad easy to act like a hoe right now.
Okay. Back in the let me not say back in the day, right?
On the boulevards of London.
Chicks like a chick that was out and everybody was smashing and humping on her, she would get a little bit of disrespect. You know what I mean? She might get approached and a dude might just say, "Yo, when we gonna fuck?" You know what I mean? It may be something wild like that.
Yeah.
But you might you have a new group of women that just like they keep it together. But yeah, they'll have casual sex. They'll have a guy that they're sleeping with that they have no prospects of being with, or they might, date, have sex, whatever. But they're not. They don't have that hoish, like that hoish vibe.
It's a difference though. Now it went from hoish to prostitutish. Now they're trying to monetize this shit. If enough niggas is on them, then niggas gonna make an OnlyFans because capitalize on the niggas that's on them.
I think that's a different animal.
Okay.
I'm talking about just your regular chick that even got her got her life together. She got her job, her career, whatever like that. Yeah. But she's dating.
Well, she entertaining too many niggas on social media then.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But she going on dates.
Yeah.
If
her comment section is too lit, if her comment section is too flooded, me, I'm just talking about from the outside looking in. Like we don't know. Like we on top of the hill looking down with all our wisdom. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you could judge that much by social media though.
You could judge by the social media. If it's too much affirmation. She gets too gassed. It's too much. Like what are we doing here? And then it's like, why do you even want this?
Well,
this is unwanted attention. It's like, attention. Yeah, but it's like this is a little, It's almost like you kind of fiending for this because this is low hanging. If you put this out, you got a fat ass. But you put this out, niggas gonna be thirsty for it, and they're gonna think that it's something that it's not. You might be a nurse, but you portraying yourself like you a bottle girl. You know what I'm saying? If you a good girl, be a good girl. You gonna get trolls. You know what I mean? Like, yo, what's the last one again?
It is traditional gender roles, balancing traditional expectations with modern dating dynamics.
Because on the flip side, the traditional gender role for a woman is
men providing,
to be led by a man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Provision and protection.
Core. Jump in.
What's up, champion?
Yeah, we're talking about provision and protection.
All right, meaning.
Well, we're talking about one of the major problems right now with the dating, with the young cats are like traditional gender roles. Everybody's kind of pigeonholed to the old school way of things, where things are different now. Women are educated, men are entrepreneurs, So the money isn't always there at first, And not just money. We're just talking about just like chores, housework,
men
whatever.
should still take out the garbage, right?
Talk about it. Yeah.
Right.
I concur.
Can you see your wife dragging the garbage cans out?
Cursing me out, but
in front of the house?
Yeah. Oh no, in front. Oh God, no.
Let's say she's taking them from the back. Taking the garbage cans from the back of the house to the front, out to the curb.
Never.
It's a little much, right?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, so that's simple.
Yeah. Treat her like a lady.
Yeah, I mean finances, man. Maybe a person is a little more skilled to monetarily bring in a dollar amount higher than you. That doesn't mean there's still gender roles that should be
Yeah.
in place.
Treat
You
her like a
know,
lady.
groceries come in.
Mhm.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna walk in the house and have the
Yeah.
lady bring the groceries in for you? No,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
It's snow outside. Your wife out there shoveling? No, I know that's simple stuff, and you're like, oh, it's petty, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's the groundwork.
Let me ask you, y'all are AAA cats, or you're gonna go out there and change the tire yourself?
I'll change tire myself.
I got AAA,
tire guy.
but I could change a tire.
Yeah,
Oh, I
tire
can't
guy.
change the tire. I haven't changed the tire in a minute though.
Tire guy.
Yeah, the tires. Yeah, I'm retired from the tires.
I'm not even sure if I have. I'm not even sure if I have. I think I had AAA. I'm not even sure if I still currently have it right now.
Okay. Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
get out the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be in bed like, yo, call AAA, baby. I'm going back to sleep.
Um,
I'm going back to sleep.
No, so listen, that's the funny thing about it. My wife has an assistance thing for her car. And I've had to use it because like her battery will sometimes go dead. But where her car is parked, I can't get my car in the driveway to jump it.
Okay.
It's like the driveway is too high. My car will not. I'll lose the whole bottom of my car if I tried it.
Yeah,
So and where the car is face forward, there's no way I could even get close to it. Even if I backed in,
Right.
you know, you have the battery ports in the back of the car.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I think my battery's in the back of the car. I don't think it's in the front of the car. It's
Yeah.
under the.
New shit. New
the thing.
shit.
I can't get close enough, so I have to. A couple of times her battery had fucked up. I had to call them because I couldn't simply just get in the driveway.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go one step further. When her car is dead, the little middle part won't come up where I can put the car in neutral to push it out.
Oh, okay. All right.
I thought of everything.
There's
I'm
a lot
there.
going on.
I've thought of everything.
Futuristic.
Yeah, you know, if you can put the car in neutral, I can push it back a little bit and be like, all right,
those
fuck
new
it.
cars, you can't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
So it's like I'm like, so
Yeah.
I have to call
You trying to
them.
man your way through it. Nigga, just call AAA. Nigga. Nigga, go back in the house, nigga,
Yeah.
and make your oatmeal.
Yeah.
Please. You trying to man your way through this shit. Be a man, right? You got to neutral and all that shit. Pop the console and all type of crib, nigga. Call
Yeah.
AAA, but nigga gonna pay for it. You dig? You dig?
Yeah. That's the best
But
investment you
yeah,
can.
I mean, basically treat her like a lady, and shorty, I know you make the bread, but treat him like a man.
But men have to be okay with that. They have to be okay with, all right, well, even if shorty is making bread,
Mhm.
they have to find other ways to show their value in the relationship
Yeah.
and to, like, this is traditionally what a man does, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Cool
When-
just bring it down.
mhm.
You know what I mean? Yo, cars and garbage and just all the do the heavy lifting. That's all that means. Money isn't like, I'm not saying it's an easy thing. It's hard to earn money, but
Mhm.
like, do the heavy lifting. Make sure you're doing the heavy lifting.
I think
I'm gonna give a story. It's a fresh story. I didn't even get a chance to really. My dog was kind of choking today.
Mm.
Mel, shout out to Millie, yo. And my wife and my daughter were just frantic. I've never seen them under pressure.
Mm.
And I'm like, in my head, it's not just a dog, but in my head, I'm like, all right, it's gonna be a vet bill or something like that. But she's choking,
Mm.
so we're trying to like get her. So I give my wife something to do. I tell my daughter get dressed because we might have to go to the
Mhm.
24-hour vet. I tell my wife to Google Map the closest 24-hour vet and to get dressed at the same time.
Mm.
I'm with the dog. I'm trying to get her calm and get her breathing good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I get her calm and she stabilized her breathing, and they're just in the corner. They haven't even moved. They didn't even do it, like, and it's just like, but they just looked at me like, if you weren't here, we don't know what we would have done. Like, we would have just been, gone crazy. But just
Save the day.
Even
Yes,
just,
sir.
but it wasn't even nothing. It was just a level head.
Yeah,
just a
being
level
calm.
head,
Yeah.
and just have the time pass and just let the situation.
Very important, right?
Yeah.
the line of
So
fire.
even that, being a level head, being the guy that when shit goes left, you're not freaking out and she's walking you off the joint.
Mhm.
Be a man, dog. Like show
Yeah.
some integrity, show some pride, and having some fucking balls. You know what I mean? Yo, just hold it down.
I'm with you, GB. Hold
know?
it down.
Mhm.
Hold it down.
Line
Hold
of
it
fire.
down. Shit's gonna go left. Be there. Be the rock. Understand, like things go left. Be there, and that's that's the advice we got for you, drunk Uncle Pod.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So you want to cut it off for now, or
I think we good. I think we do one more intermission. I think those are fun. Let's see if we get one more
Okay.
roulette. Let's see if we get something good we can talk about.
Yeah.
It's a random joint.
Okay. Yeah, let me see. Where we at?
Yeah, without no glasses, right?
Oh, GB.
Sure.
Anything, right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't talk no more, because them are going like enter. Let's go. Wait, give me the pum pum, the pum pum. Hey, the pum pum, the pum pum. Hey, the
Out about.
pum pum, the pum pum. Hey, the pum pum. So I see them now. Chinese pum pum, nigga pum pum, whitey pum pum, Syrian pum pum, any pum pum, and the same pum pum. Maga girl say I read pum pum. Give me the pum pum, the 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 pum pum. Pussy na party, me say
Yeah,
make we go fuck. Yeah. Pussy na bag, me say make we go fuck. Yeah. Pussy na bag, me say make we go fuck. Yeah. Pussy na bag.
Go Charleston White.
Okay.
If you want to be a great man, just wait till you die. They gonna stand over and tell you. You just won't hear it. Don't look to her, but they gonna say it. And when you gone, that's when they gonna realize, man, daddy was great, such and such was great, because your presence ain't there. You cannot add and tally up who you are as a man until you gone. And that presence is not there. As long as you're here, they can't tally you up.
Right.
They don't know what's missing until it's gone. If you want
Is he an idiot savant? Or he just because he's prolific, like he talks a lot
He does.
and he says good stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Very good stuff.
But he also says some crazy stuff.
He does. I think
Is he in the same folder as Jaguar Wright and Orlando Brown?
no.
Are they the same people?
No. Hell no.
No. Okay.
I think
Either a different folder?
Yeah, I don't think those two. The other two. you
Those
said-
two in the same folder.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
all
one
right.
folder. She's one
yeah.
folder above him.
Yeah.
He's in a lower folder.
Who?
Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
They're the same people.
Nah.
No.
I think she has a little bit more sense
They're the
than
same
he
people.
does.
They're the same people.
Nah. I think that why she does this, I'm not sure. I think she knows some shit, but then she thinks she talks about everybody, and I don't think she knows about
Crash out
everybody.
until she gets sued.
She's already being sued.
Yeah.
Really?
Who?
By who?
Oh, you know what I'm thinking? I don't know why I thought about Tasha K and all the mix of
Oh,
voices.
no.
Oh.
Sorry.
that's all.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I drifted
Well,
off.
getting back to Charleston.
Charleston.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think sometimes he missteps with his delivery,
Yeah.
and his message gets mixed up because he'll go a little bit too.
Yeah.
He might get a little disrespectful.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
But
what I
that
mean?
was good though. That was good.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
clip
he
was
has
good.
he has a lot of shit like that, man.
That's kind of true.
I think sometimes it's in the when he goes a little bit too far, it's in the name of trying to be polarizing
Drive a
and get
point
you
home. Yeah.
and get you to really listen in. But then sometimes, especially if somebody's going back against him,
Oh yeah.
it can get disrespectful. Like it's like to the point where it's like kind of uncalled for.
Yeah.
But
on what he just said, any thoughts on that?
I think that's very true.
Mhm.
Very true. Like, people, we spend our lives trying to be some next level shit where we're remembered by a bunch of people or whatever. But more or less, you know, the people that are your inner circle, your family, your kids, those are the ones that's gonna really remember you. And then also, as a man, like, it's a, you know, a lot of times being a father, husband, all that shit like that, it's a thankless job. And like you probably will get taken for granted sometimes. And then when you're not there, they be like, oh, you know, he was a good dude. Or, you know, parents in general, like in moms and dads, men and women that have kids and families and shit like that, you know, the people that you're bringing up, that you're around, they don't realize that in the now, it does take for you to be gone for them to miss your presence.
Sometimes that rock behind you, you never really feel it because it's always back there. You know, it's always when you bounce back off of it, it's always there. To, you know, but when you bounce back and it's not there, it could be, you know, a little jarring. Question: what's the difference between clout and legacy to you?
Clout and legacy?
Mm-hmm. Or it's two different ballparks?
I think I wouldn't even put those in the same.
Really?
Why you would put those in? Like,
well,
what
I feel like clout is immediate and legacy is cumulative, or like, you know,
yeah.
I feel like legacy is acute. No,
I think
clout is acute.
I think, you know? I put clout in a negative space, and I put legacy in a positive space. So I don't really.
Well, clout can never be positive.
No.
To make a name for yourself can never be positive. Like if Carter goes out now and he's getting clout by being the best basketball player, you know, for his age group, that's not positive.
I probably wouldn't call it clout.
Okay, what would you call it? Props. That's what we called it, but now it's called clout.
I think clout has like a negative connotation to it.
Why?
Because of the term clout chasing, and you can get clout by doing something negative,
and you get clout by being positive too. Same way you got props for being the shooter, and you got props for being the best ball player.
I think we still use props like in a positive light, and I think we only use clout in a negative spot. Give me an example where somebody got mad clout positively.
Academics got mad clout positively by being the number one blogger during the Drake and Drake and Kendrick Lamar thing. So he became the guy now for, you know, music. He's almost a new Funk Flex now. So if someone wants to debut something, they go to Academics for it now. I feel like that's clout.
I don't think it's clout. I wouldn't categorize it as clout. I think that's very disrespectful, right? For you to say that somebody that's put in like 30, 40 years and this thing, he leapfrogs him with clout, and somebody who built the legacy over 30, 40 years, I don't think you could wipe out, I think, his legacy or leapfrog somebody's legacy with clout.
Well, your legacy is not going anywhere. Your legacy is cemented, but that cement is it can get faded and it can get worn. It could be in the ground. But now clout is like present. Clout is right now, right? Like
what they say, two things can be right, I believe. You know,
I think that somebody who's solid can only be taken out by somebody or being like passed on by somebody that's solid. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be a clout chaser to take over for Funkmaster Flex. You know what I mean? Like, It has to be somebody that's really
I mean,
that
not to put
that's
no
going to build
smut.
their own legacy.
Yeah, but Flex chased clout too. Flex had his moments too. Everybody has their moments. Like, it is what it is. The accumulation of clout builds legacy.
No, you trying to really you reaching. I think you reaching.
I don't know.
Maybe you saying
maybe.
people's legacy is built on clout?
You're too tied
Maybe.
on the word. Yeah,
Maybe.
proven clout.
Maybe. Yeah.
When you
prove
prove,
clout,
when you
yeah.
got clout and you prove your clout, it
Yeah.
cements legacy. That's what I look
Because
at. Like,
listen.
I look at clout as being a negative
Okay,
thing.
listen. Let's use, like I said, see right now the word maybe have a
Yeah, we can talk about anything.
has a negative. I know we can do this forever, right? All right, listen. Let's say me and you, right, Ronco.
Mm-hmm.
I say, yo, bro. This is a guy I met. I mean, he says that, yo, if we put in X amount of dollars over here doing this particular thing, it'll score us Y and Z amount of dollars, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at me and go like, well, how you know this guy? Where's this guy come from? And if I use the word, listen, man, he's got a lot of clout in my book as far as making good business moves and things of that nature, right? It's now not a negative term at that point, right? It's a term where I could say, yo, man, listen, I might have invested some money with him before. I made that YZ. So in my book, what does he have?
That's not clout. That's
what we knew clout as to be. We knew clout as a person.
He's
who,
making a
no.
making a name for
No.
Clout is hearsay.
No. Clout.
make
No,
it a name
wait.
for
Let me
yourself.
finish. Clout is not that. Clout is like equity. Clout used to mean equity.
Maybe unproven.
No, clout
But it
used
is
to mean
equity.
equity. There's clout
Okay.
on his name, meaning like he did this before. And
That's why
I believe that, based
All
on
right.
a track record, that he can do X, Y, and Z.
That's okay. You use a couple of different things, right? I think it's a track record. If you heard something about me, right? You don't know that. That's what you heard. It's hearsay, right? So you be like, yo, I heard that nigga. He I got clout for that. But you don't really know. It's hearsay.
No. You're using clout as if it's like a beneficial. I did something for beneficial gain. You're using clout that way. Right? Like, okay, I did this for clout. I made a bad joke to GB for the people of Cigars and Whiskey to look at me, and I get attention off of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way you're looking at clout as. I'm looking at clout as, like I said, personal equity. He has clout in this, let's say, business, in this podcasting business. Cigars and Whiskey has clout in this podcasting business because they've spent X amount of years putting X amount of work in, and they've gained X amount of things from what they've put in. So they have clout, meaning equity. That's how I've always seen them.
I have a definition.
Okay,
here.
cool. GB,
The
what does it
definition
say?
of clout is influence or power, especially in politics or business. I knew he carried a lot of clout. It's not a bad thing.
Okay, which is it boils
Okay.
down to kind of what I was saying.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Equity in a space where now clout has been, like you said, Rob, but you're absolutely right. It has a negative
Because
connotation.
of clout
where-
chasing.
Clout chasing. Yes.
You're chasing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And but what Charleston said was yeah, I think it was right on. It was actually prolific. It's almost every man needs to live, in some part by that mantra. Be remembered, Don't live for now. Live for later, live for your name to ring bells.
How do you do that though?
Treating people well. People are always the best storytellers. People are always the best history keepers. You treat people well, people are going to talk about you well.
Okay, that's all good and dandy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's good, but
it's not a great way to live.
It's a great way to it's a great way to live, but
Right.
most people have grandiose ideas in their head. Like, I want to be remembered. I want my name on a building or some shit like that. Or like,
I'll do all that.
for ages and ages, they talk about me to their grandkids or great grandkids and what I did or whatever. You know what I mean? A lot of times for people, them just being remembered by their friends and family is not enough.
Mm.
You know what I mean? A lot of times they want more than that. And
You gotta pay for that library. You gotta
and
put that wing on the school. You gotta do all that. You gotta do the fly things.
well, if you're content with that,
Yeah.
not the building and stuff, but just being remembered like as a good person by your friends and your family, cool.
Yeah.
But what are you telling that young man or young woman that's like, yo, I want to be in the books of like, I want my name on the building.
Be great. And that should cost money. I don't know what to tell you.
Get rich.
Like, get rich, yeah.
Get rich. You
Get
can't
rich,
die
get-
trying. You got to
yeah,
actually
you
get
gotta
rich.
Get
and
rich
then-
and buy your name on that shit.
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with that, it comes with like sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not, especially if you're not coming from a lineage of those type of people, and you got to be like the first generation,
Yeah.
you probably got to sacrifice a lot in order to get to that point where you're able to get up enough capital to give away a certain amount of capital to have your name on the building or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
how do you want to be remembered? Have you ever thought about it? Like, have you ever been like a thought?
no, I've thought about it since I only thought about it since you've been saying it.
Okay.
Since you say a quote like, I live my life on how I want my funeral to be or whatever. Like I think I don't know if I'm getting it totally correct.
Yeah. That's about it. Yeah.
But I've never really thought about it like that.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah. That's probably my pops in me. He's always been talking about his
Fly.
death.
Right.
If like, so it's like it's natural for me to just be like,
mm,
I'm gonna die one day. I just want to know how I'm gonna be remembered. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right.
But it just, it's one of those things. Like, like I always build towards that.
You
Like,
know
I
what the
wanna-
crazy shit about it is? When you say that made me think about people that are notorious. It's easier
Oh,
to
so
have
yeah, the other way, right?
notoriety
The other
as
way.
being bad than being good. You could probably have your name remembered even more if you did some wild, fucked up, infamous shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Shit, if you're a serial killer,
Oh, yeah,
you'll
you did.
definitely be remembered.
forever.
If you robbed 20 banks
Yeah.
or whatever, or you got killed in a hail of fire fighting the
Yeah.
cops or whatever,
But
you might
kill
be
your last
remembered.
name.
Huh?
But you kill your last name.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Like Ted Bundy. Like every time niggas see a Bundy, they be like, "Ah."
I mean, I think
You know what I'm
about
saying?
the commas in the obituary, right? I think about, how many, and he did this, and after that he went and did that, and besides, I think about that. Mostly, if I can be remembered, it would be just for like sharing things, being a connector of people to ideas and things. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody could be like, "Oh, sees, yeah," so I mean, that nigga shared me this book one time. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think that's the key of being remembered. Is like how many connections you make and how many things you've shared. It could be like a TV show,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And every time that person sees that TV show, they're gonna know, yo, that's
Yeah.
Mhm.
My
C's
nigga,
put me on
yeah,
that
yeah,
TV
yeah,
show.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
my man or whatever the case was.
Word.
You might say a joke. It might be a nickname you give somebody that those are things. So if I could, jump out there and think about something or a way to be remembered, I would think of it that way. Just
Right.
sharing ideas, sharing things, sharing knowledge,
Mhm.
being shoulders for people sometimes,
Right.
right? Being a listening ear for people sometimes. Those are things I believe at the end of the day go like a very, very, very long way. You can tell when you come in a room. When you walk in any room that you are privy to,
Mm.
you can see how that room reacts to you. Right? If it's a room you've been in before, you can see how many people stop what they're doing to,
Mhm.
Greet you, that handshake,
Yeah.
what they talk to you about when you're in that room or whatever the case was. So
Mhm.
that's just for me. What about you, GB? Did you answer the question per se? What do you want to be remembered for?
I just want to be remembered. I just, just a good time, fair.
Talking shit on the Cigars
Yeah,
and Whiskey podcast.
talking shit. You know what I
shit.
mean? Like nigga that said the funny shit. Having fun. And fair. Took care of people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Jiggy.
No, yeah.
Jiggy.
Yeah, definitely got fresh.
That's got to be attached to you. So.
Yeah. I like that. And then just not having no smut on your name.
That's a big thing.
I think that's a huge thing.
Smut.
Yeah, that's smut. Just walking around with shit on your sleeve. I think every man should.
Ronco,
should
did you
try to
answer?
avoid that.
Did you answer that specifically, Ronco?
Yeah, I kind of did because I was saying I never thought about it before until he started talking about it. But I'm pretty much just living for my friends and my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. I kind of come to the realization that if you want to be remembered by a large group of people, you either have to do something sacrificial or you have to make a lot of money. If you don't make a lot of money, you have to kind of sacrifice and do like work for people. Like you could start
the Lord's work.
A nonprofit or something, or help people some way, or solve a problem or something like that. But or you make a lot of money and then you buy your name into the record books. Either or. You know what I mean? But most people will only be remembered by their friends and family.
Yeah.
They'll be known for, a little while, maybe a generation, and then their name, it'll become like, it'll vanish in a sense. You know what I mean? That part, like in Troy, right? Where I think Brad Pitt was talking about like, I think he was talking about his death, and he was like, yo, like basically he was talking to another guy. He was like, yo, the fact that you're scared to die that's why nobody will remember your name.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like I'll be remembered for ages and ages. They'll be telling stories about me for decades and centuries and centuries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of times, it's fucked up to say, and I'm not, I think I'm a pretty positive guy, but I don't know if a lot of us human beings do enough of wild shit in order to like live life like on a certain level to even be remembered past our, group of people. You know what I mean? And again, like what the shit you got to do to be remembered, I don't know.
That's kind of why I feel like people who do like school shootings, they shouldn't say their names. Because it's like you giving them what they want.
Oh.
Yeah, they always needed attention. They wanted some attention.
It should always be anonymous. But
that's not. I mean, it's a
sidebar in a dark closing to the show.
That's all right. Though.
Maybe the darkest closing to the show,
somewhere.
right?
We might have to go somewhere else before we end off the show. We can't end off on that.
Let's get one more. Let's get six.
All right. Let's. You want to do 6 or you want to go into?
No. All right. No, wherever you want to go.
All right. So we're gonna do the other 5 on the next show.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll do Kel Mitchell.
Oh
Lord. Kel Mitchell, famous from what was this show?
Kenan and Kel.
Kenan and
all
that. Nickelodeon child star.
Yeah. Didn't
transition that well from teenager to adult.
Yeah, one movie. Movie really.
Yeah. And
Sam McCat.
It was like, yo, where did he go?
Yeah.
Kenan kind of transitioned over to Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that gig for a while.
He's been rocking.
Which is, working out for him. but you haven't seen him. But he's popped up on the scene, and he was on Club Shay Shay, and he was putting it all out there.
Yeah,
So
he was. He got a story to tell.
yeah, he does. He does. All right, come on. We'll jump into the clip right now. Come on. Okay, there we go.
She ended up telling me that the baby that was aborted wasn't mine. You are immediately married within a lie already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So the
Yeah.
marriage was never the same after that, was it?
No, it was. This is at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? This is right at the beginning. And so within that process,
She probably should have kept that to herself.
and well, you know, I'm glad she didn't. And so within that process, with that being known, it was just like, yo, with even in being, you know, the pregnancy, she almost died. She ended up telling me that the baby that was aborted wasn't mine. You are immediately married within a lie already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So the
Yeah.
marriage.
I within the pregnancy. So that was a hard time too.
Right.
It was a lot, you know, it was other times. She had gotten pregnant, other things, and it just got to a point.
She had gotten pregnant again?
Yeah.
While y'all were together?
Yeah.
And it wasn't you?
Nah, it wasn't me.
Oh, come on, Cal.
It wasn't me. It wasn't
And
me.
you stuck around?
Yeah, I stuck around. But here's the thing. These were things that were being revealed, you know.
She
throughout the
telling you
process.
this?
No.
How do you find this out?
You know,
I want to know how you found this out. You read a letter you got to it
I within the pregnancy. So that was a hard time too.
Right.
It was a lot.
through the phone?
Yeah, okay. All right. So how that one went, there was a thing where we weren't having sex anymore, and we weren't doing anything anymore just
No,
because
you weren't having sex. Clearly she was.
yeah, it's just because of I knew what was going on.
Right.
And I was like, yo, what is even happening? You're not coming home. You're not doing all these different things.
And y'all
What
man,
is
she not coming home. Y'all
Yeah.
through the phone?
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. But then this was, you know, back then.
Yeah.
We praying for it now. It's all good.
Yeah.
But this is what the process of what I was going through.
Oh, yeah.
And so now as this is going on, there was a time, get some more soda.
Now I need something stronger than soda can. You telling me that right
Go
here.
ahead, brother.
I mean, you had one, you
Yeah.
aborted that, but that wasn't yours. She
Yeah.
told you, you didn't know.
Yeah.
You had one of your own, and she.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There was a
Woo.
situation where there was a guy, you know, and but then this was, you know, back then.
Yeah.
We praying for it. I had a feeling, you know what I mean, that she was
Did you know it?
talking to somebody. It was one of her friends that used
Okay.
to come over, right?
Mm.
And you know, I was working a lot. You know what I mean? So it was
Dirty
one of those situations. And so I was dropping off the kid. I had a feeling, you know what I mean, that she was
Did you know it?
talking to somebody. It was one of her friends that.
Okay. That was pretty long.
Nigga, something wrong with it.
Your first thoughts on it?
He was taken advantage of because he's not all there.
Well, let's give you know just full context that his actual ex-wife came out and she's
Said a whole
refuting
bunch of
a
shit.
lot of the shit.
Nah,
that,
she didn't refute that she didn't have a babies on him. She was saying other stuff that she caught him with a man and all that. And this is all right. When you have a negative connotation towards clout, this is why. These cats are looking for clout. These dudes' careers been dead for years. Like no one's worrying about the other dude from Good Burger. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
All of a sudden, he's talking about he's been done dirty by some chick that we ain't even know 20 years ago. Bruh, did you get over it? Like, what's happening? Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is low-hanging fruit. This is trash. Fam, if you ain't get over this or you ain't, like, you went through some shit. You was a crash dummy. Like, Shorty took advantage of you. Maybe you had the bag.
He didn't seem like he was too negative on it. He was just
Oh,
seemed
no,
like
he
was
was
just
trying to
divulging
make it seem
information.
like he was like a little like off, but like talking about it like bland, like on some bubble gum shit. bubble gum, strawberry gum, strawberry shrimp, popcorn shrimp. Like this nigga sounded like, you know, one of them cats. Like he was just monotone, laying out all his trauma. What was the end? Like, what was the end of it? Like, come on, like this is a woman that I watched a little bit more of it after saying all that. Like it did suck me in a little bit. I did need a little bit. He ended up having 2 biological children with this woman after all that.
After all that?
Yeah. So this is the mother of 2 of your children.
He had 2 kids after
that. Yeah. So she got 4 kids, period, all together. 2 of them was with dude that she was smashing on the side, and 2 of them is with him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this is still the mother of your children that you're talking about, like this.
Mm-hmm.
If you truly healed and you truly was all right, like all this wouldn't be coming out on a Shannon Sharp podcast. Like, what are we doing? Like, go get a job, nigga.
I think he's back to working a little bit now.
Nah, he's still trying to sell the joint. He's still trying to catch up to. He trying to play catch up to the other Good Burger nigga by gaining clout.
Clout, yes.
Trying to get into the same, area. And come on, homie. Like, yeah, we're talking about it on the biggest podcast in the world, but we don't care. It's the last story on a 3-hour show, bro.
It is.
Like you have to lay out all your tea for this garbage. Like,
yeah, it's the taste of the day though, because it's popping right now. It's it's what's going on social media.
We led with Diddy, nigga.
But you think is something like wrong with him?
Yeah, he was taking advantage of too crazy.
I don't know, man.
For sure to tell you, like, yo, I killed the baby, but it wasn't yours. Like, that's just like, yo, that's like G-Dep shit. Like, yo, I killed the nigga.
I thought it was pretty convenient. I thought it was pretty convenient because I think she denied. Like, because she was like, what baby are you talking about that I aborted? She tried to deny that baby. But I thought it was very convenient that he's saying that she cheated on him and she was pregnant by somebody else, but she aborted the baby.
Yeah,
then
but
she said
2 more kids after that.
She said another time, he said that another time that she got pregnant, she lost the baby.
Mm-hmm.
So the 2 kids that you saying the woman cheated on you and got pregnant by somebody else, it was aborted, and one was
but then she doubled up and then went and had 2 more. Like, this is someone that you should have never been with.
I thought they had an arrangement.
Well, the arrangement wasn't clear.
I thought he was like a homosexual or something like that, and it's like, all right, we'll play this role, or you're bisexual, you like men and you like women, but we'll play the marriage thing, and I'll be not your beard, but like, you can go do you, and I just feel like in entertainment, a lot of that happens. That happens a lot of the time.
Okay.
And that's what I thought it was. But as far as even an open relationship, right? Let's just say they did have an open relationship, because that's what I kind of thought it was. I think one of the main rules should be don't bring home no babies for the man and for the woman.
Yeah, I think that's rule number uno. Yeah, like it should be some kind of birth control, contraceptive, something.
Absolutely.
Going on. Yeah, what's that shit they used to put them on? The little rubber stopper. So the ski can't go all the way up. Something like that nigga used to be changing that shit out Jiffy Lube every fucking month. Like, come on now. Like, yeah, nah, this dude, I started off feeling bad for him. Then I'm like, this nigga just be playing. Like,
but this is the new wave, though. This right here could jumpstart his career again.
Oh wait,
and when I say career, I'm not saying like, oh, maybe the acting roles and movies are gonna line up, but like you can make a career off of social media, especially if you already have some form of celebrity.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So he could literally take this, parlay this with people to start following him crazy on Instagram and whatever, or Twitter, or whatever platform he's on, and he could build up from there.
Let me ask you an honest question. You ever been done dirty by a chick?
Done dirty. I can't say for sure.
Okay.
I can't. And when you say, like, what do you categorize as being done dirty?
If you would have let the activity keep going, you get been looking crazy. Like she was just like she had no respect for
Like
you.
she had a baby? Or she got
No.
pregnant with
But
somebody else?
it could have went there if you would have kept messing with this one person. Like if you would have tried to wife this person up, you're gonna be like anything could have happened.
Nah, I don't think I ever stuck around in those
Okay,
situations.
yeah, that's what I'm
like,
saying. You
nah,
never stuck.
yeah.
You got a little common sense to you, right?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
And this man quadruple down on this same situation. Like,
yeah, but when it comes to I give friends second chances, third chances, and shit like that. I might give family second chances, third chances, and all that shit like. But women that I date and stuff like that, nah, they don't. No, like you don't get mad times to like do
this is
something
volunteer.
crazy. Yeah.
This is like I'm volunteering to be here. Like,
Yeah,
like, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, nah, we're not doing this. So this man walked himself into this thing, like, you know.
I believe he's playing victim.
Yeah.
I don't think he's really a victim. I think there's stuff hidden behind the curtain. He's always been weird, right?
Yeah.
You know, like he's always been a quirky type of guy.
Yeah, he was always the guy that you couldn't really distinguish the character that he was playing from his real life persona.
Yeah.
Like he was always a little bit like that anyway. So
I think he's just loud and a little bit like off or whatever. I really thought he went the other way, or he went both ways, because I seen him on multiple occasions, like playing that type of role on some of the shows that he was on. He was working a little bit.
I would love to do a deep dive on child stars and why it goes left, but it's too late. It's too late. You have a quick thought on it?
I spoke about it with my wife. You gotta understand this. You gotta understand this, right? They're growing up in the devil's playground. They're growing up in it, right?
Yeah.
So when they start doing, like, when he ends up in a marriage like this, right? Let's just say everything he's saying is the truth, right? And both of them grew up as child actors and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's sleeping with somebody else, she's having babies or whatever. She's doing this, she's doing that.
Yeah.
He's doing this, he's doing that. Like, yo, they grew up in the devil's playground.
Yeah.
The wife came out and she made a statement. No, she made videos way before this. She was talking about Nickelodeon, and she was talking about how it was, how on the sets you had 20-something, 30-year-olds taking them to clubs, giving them fake IDs, letting them drink alcohol, showing them porn.
So she was damaged.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are damaged.
All right.
You know,
so a damaged person got with a damaged person, and they just had a damaged relationship.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about this all these years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think in most cases, like, you cannot put the toothpaste back in the tube, bro.
Yeah.
Like, once they get exposed to certain things,
Yeah.
I think they can never be normal.
Yeah.
Right. And what's normal to them is weird as hell to like a regular person. So all these child entertainers and shit like that, I think they're exposed to a lot of shit way too quick.
Right.
Whether it be sex, drugs.
That's the naivety of regular people who don't live in that life to think like that don't really happen.
Yeah,
But
like, yo,
but it really happened.
you know, like we talked about Puff before on the show, right?
Mhm.
And it was a coming out about him having freak offs and him and the guys and shit like that. Like, yo, that's why I'm like, yo, bro, I think these niggas is like, a lot of these dudes go both ways, or they, you know, they like dudes. That's like, it's regular. And a lot of the times I believe that the industry knows what's going on. It's just us as a general public that they keep it from. But this is normal. Like, I don't think nobody in the industry is super surprised about a lot of stuff that comes out. They're not shocked like the general public is, because it's normal.
But we're all humans. So what makes these humans different? All right.
It's the way that it's the way that the life this is the way they're brought up. And this is like okay, if we lived in another country where, like, yo, we were cannibals, we eat people, that's normal to us, right? But anybody else from around, like, yo, y'all eat animals, like, y'all, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Or if we lived in a place where you marry your cousin or something like that, and it's normal, like, yo, you be like, yo, that's incest. Yo, what are you doing? But to them, it might be normal. So, all right, if they live in a space where, yo, like, I don't know what's too young. It's not really too young for sexual stuff or drugs or things like that or whatever. Like, yo, we start early here. You know what I mean? Like, nah, it's not like
they're still operating between the rules. You're talking about a far off land, but we're talking about like right here. We're talking about a couple of states away.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about right here, but
even right here, you got states that dudes got sister wives, and like, it's within this country,
shout
bro.
out to Utah,
within this country. So, yeah, man.
Yeah,
but
you could bring it home, kid, man.
Yeah,
you rocking.
Part
2 next week, man.
Yeah, part 2 next week,
and time with it, yo.
And
we're gonna be outside soon, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're gonna be rocking.
To the young
What's
men.
the first cigar we gonna smoke?
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Simple Things.
Shout out Simple
That's our,
Things,
that's our guy. He sent us a little care package, handful of cigars for us to smoke, and we're gonna have them on the show when we're outside.
Yeah.
So shout out, definitely our brother of the Leaf, definitely active in the smoking section, in the comment section, and he looked out for us. So we're gonna definitely look out for him.
And old school tool connoisseur. I've been putting he been putting me on a couple things. He sent me on a I want to say Stacey Ladder nah. Ripperton.
Mini Ripperton?
Yeah, he sent me on a little mini Ripperton.
Oh, okay.
Like rabbit hole like last week.
Would you go see the play? You know she got a play out.
She got a play out?
Yeah, so play on her life.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't.
No, I'm sorry. Not Mini Ripperton.
I thought it was Alicia Keys, right?
No, it's not Mini Ripperton.
Stephanie Mills?
No, Phyllis Hyman. Phyllis
Hyman.
Yeah, I'm
Phyllis
sorry.
Hyman.
My
Phyllis
bad.
Hyman. Okay.
But you know who Minnie Ripperton's daughter is?
No.
Maya Rudolph from Saturday Night
Oh,
Live.
Really?
Yeah, that's her daughter.
Really?
Yeah. That's her
wow.
mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, God, that's a cool.
Yeah.
Full circle. Keenan Cal.
Exactly. All right. So
yeah, but shout out to Simple Things, man.
Yeah, shout out to him, man.
My guy.
We want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Cigars and Whiskey podcast. If you don't follow us on Instagram, please do at Cigars Whiskey. That's cigars with an S, whiskey. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey podcast. Again, Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey podcast. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you know when we have new content coming out. Corey Cool. Check him out on the voice of 90.3 WHBC
Absolutely.
every Thursday to Play It Cool show
Except
from
cowboy hats.
7 to 9, right? Yeah, 7 to 9.
7 to 9.
All right, so you can check him out. And with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Cigars and Whiskey podcast. To everybody in the smoking section, please keep the conversation going on the back end, and we will catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.